At all. I tell you one thing though, knowing Coach Curry, he's got these kids fired up positive. There's going to be some young men stepping in, getting a chance and an opportunity, and it's always exciting. You know, the Joe and his staff does a hard job recruiting, bringing some good players, give them a chance to get out there and play in a game situation, and we're looking forward to seeing some new faces out there today.
Yeah, let's go ahead and welcome in Coach Joe Curry here. Coach, obviously injuries have popped up. You're down your 3 best offensive players, your 2 best defensive players, your best special teamer. What is the message to the team going into today?
Go 1-0. You know, we've got plenty of people more capable, just as capable as the next to get in there. And, you know, I know you say our best players. We just, you know, they're good players, but we got a lot of good players as well that can fill in those roles. And looking forward to it today. And those guys had a lot of energy and a lot of, you know, want to this week, and not just this week, but they've really done a great job of staying ready all year long and never knowing when your opportunity is going to be called upon. And, you know, that's why I told them on Monday, you never know when your opportunity is going to be called upon, so you got to be ready. And we're starting to get to the point. Last week we played a couple of the freshmen, because you can play everybody in 2 games before you lose your red shirt. So we're trying to manage and hey, we're going to play this kid this week, this kid this week, this kid this week, just to get them the taste of college football and the taste of something. And hopefully, you know, they're excited about that and go out and perform today.
Well, Sam not going to be able to go today. We know that. Carl Bew, the freshman, we saw a little bit of what he can do up at Lawrence Tech. What does Carl bring to the quarterback position, and does it change the offensive game plan at all for you?
Actually, I think it helps us. Sam's injury has really hampered him in the running game over the past couple of weeks, and with Carl, everything, we're back to being able to do everything. We can throw it, we can run it, so we got some things in for him to throw it. We got some things in to get it to our guys, and you know, and then hopefully all he's got to do is just do what he does. And basically what that means in the running game is make the right read. You know, if it means give, if it means keep, and hopefully he can do well today in the running game for us, which will help us.
And I know Mike Johnson wasn't able to go last week up front on the defensive side. Who's filling in for him, and what's the defensive game plan against Judson? Because they got a good running back there.
Yeah. You know, Judson's got a couple good running backs who are explosive playmakers, and we got to do a good job with them. You know, we started Curtis Reeves last week, and he did a great job, and he's going to be the starter again today at our nose spot. And you know, it's just the next man up, and we got other defensive linemen that we've kind of trained to be ready for their spot here today. And you know, we go about 6-7 deep along the defensive line, and they're going to rotate in there in our what we call our cheetah package, our nickel package. We're going to Cam Holman will play some nose today and get some fast DNs on the field so that we can prevent get a little bit more pass rush that we've been lacking here over the past couple of weeks. But you know, we got some things going that hopefully we can be successful with them today.
Well, you know, Coach, you're talking about the players you have around Sam and Scott, and you got an outstanding team. A couple guys that really impressed me through the year is your 2 tight ends. I think they've done a tremendous job blocking on the edge. Your play action pass with them, great hands. Maybe you could talk a little bit about what they bring to the offense.
I love those guys. You know, I say to our tight ends all the time, I'm like, you guys are, I'm not going to curse, but, you know, butt pickers, you know, and I love it. And, you know, you see them all the time out there just planting DBs in the running game. And then, you know, they've gotten a lot better in the passing game, and more not getting better in the passing game. I think we're giving them as an offensive staff, we're giving those guys a lot more opportunities in the passing game, which I think has been needed. You know, and you know, with you know, we lost Ryan Little as well, and a couple other receivers with some nagging injuries that, you know, it's forced those guys to go out there and be actually wide receivers. But we're basically in 12 personnel every play, so you know, and so personnel-wise, we can run the ball and get 2 backs in the backfield, tight end and a fullback, and we can also go 4 wides with those guys out there, and we don't lose a damn thing in the passing game. So that's a positive for us, and those guys are awesome. We love tight ends and love what they do for us in both the running and passing game.
I'm just glad you got 3 tumulties. That's kind of nice luxury.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, and hopefully we can get the ball to Joey today, and he's been doing a great job, and just his open field presence and everything. I mean, just it's really special to watch, you know, when you're down here in the sideline. So, you know, we're going to ask him to take over for the returning game as well. So he'll be returning punts and kicks, and we got Nick Mabutis back there returning some punts today too. So it's the next man up, and we'll make some plays today and go 1-0.
Go get him.
Go get him, Coach. Good luck.
He said the word several times, if you've noticed, Coach, the word opportunity, right? And when there's an injury, especially the amount of significant injuries, there's now a heavy amount of significant opportunity for a lot of young guys. And it's going to be a lot of fun to watch today.
Yes, it is. It'll be great to see how these young men take advantage of their opportunity. There's some great players around them. I know that this team's ready to go. One thing they want to do is get this game going after last week. They want to get out there and play, and I'm sure they'll have a great game today.
Let's go get them. We got kickoff coming up in just a few on the USF Sports Network.
The University of St. Francis in Joliet is a welcoming community of learners, ready to make you feel right at home. With a diverse student body that is a reflection of the community we serve, our students say over and over that USF truly feels like family. To get the excellent education and promising future you deserve, visit stfrancis.edu. Our home is your home. Make yourself comfortable at USF.
Welcome to a windy and wet Memorial Stadium. Nick Jacobs and Coach Dan Sharp with you ahead of week number 7 of Saints football. Glad you can join us today as they try to get back on the winning track. 2 tough weeks against 2 top-quality opponents in St. Xavier 2 weeks ago. That one came down to an overtime possession that St. Xavier won. Last week it came down to the very last possession. St. Francis had it with just a few seconds left to go from the 40-yard line, a chance to win the game, unable to get it done there. St. Francis 4-2, 0-2 in the conference, taking on a Judson Eagles team that's struggling a bit, 0-5. 0-2 in the conference as well under new head coach Quinton Demps, whose name should sound familiar if you are a football fan. We can get more into that as we go on. But when you take a look at Judson, records, and I've said this before for pretty much every team that we play, Coach, records don't matter. Who you play, strength of schedule, really is a better indicator on how good a team is. And Judson, well, they have one of the toughest schedules in the conference. Not only do they have to go against the Midwest teams, St. Francis, St. Xavier, but their crossover games to start the year were brutal. Marion, Concordia, Siena Heights. They might be 0-5. They might be a young, struggling program, but they played some pretty tough competition coming into today to get them ready for this game.
Well, yes, and you get to this time of year, you see the Saints going through. You get banged up, get some injuries, and there's no doubt that Judson's going to come in here ready to play. I mean, they've been battle tested, but I think what we'll find out today is how the Saints can pick themselves off the mat a little bit. This is throughout a season you run into times where there's adversity, and they've had a couple tough losses, some devastating injuries, but this is where you really see the team come together, and I know Joe preaches team and family and everything, and you're going to see how they pick themselves off the map. They come out and play the way we know the Saints are able to play. I think Judson's coming here ready to play, but this is a Saints team I don't know if I'd want to mix with today. I think they're going to come out and play hard right away.
And you know what that is? It's because there's a lot of opportunities here for some young, hungry Saints players as you see TJ Neal and Dan Getch meet the Eagles there at center field for the coin flip. So here's the list of names that cannot play today for St. Francis, and it starts with Sam Tumulty. He's out with a foot. It goes to Keenan Haley, the other running back for St. Francis. He's unable to go today. Scott Tumulty, defensively and special teams-wise, unable to play today. We've already lost Ryan Little a few weeks ago to a leg injury there. Mike Johnson, unable to go today because of the injury he sustained a couple weeks ago against St. Xavier, which was actually pretty serious, and we're glad he's okay. So I just listed probably your best 2-3 players on each phase of the game for St. Francis, offense, defense, and special teams. We're not going to dwell on that, but why that's important is because now we get to see young guys come in like Carl Bew, like Gavin Day be the feature back, like Jared King, the junior, getting his shot at nickelback. Joey Tumulty is going to return some kicks with Nick Mabudis back there as well. So a lot of opportunity, and that is what's really going to be fun to watch today for the Brown and Gold.
And you get these guys out here, you get them some experience. That makes your depth stronger when the other guys return, because now you have backups that had experience in big games. So I'm excited to see these new players play today. I certainly hope those guys that are injured that they can get healthy and get back as soon as possible. But this is going to be a fun game to see, especially the quarterback position. I think watching Carl Bew this is going to be interesting to see how he runs this offense.
And it was interesting to hear Coach talk about what his presence does for the offense. It kind of gives that running element, that quarterback run element back to it. With Sam struggling with that foot injury the last 2 weeks, really, that very important aspect to the Saints offense just wasn't there. And while it's, Carl Bew, a bit of an unknown skill talent-wise, we know his raw talent, but we haven't really seen it prove it here at the college level yet. But it gives that element back to the offense, back to the coaching staff. They can go back to those plays on that play chart.
Right, and I think the important thing, too, is him running the offense. You had such an experienced signal caller. Matter of fact, before the game, Joe was saying that Sam called some of his own plays last week. So it'll be interesting to see, too, how Carl runs the team and in leadership position.
Judson will get the ball first as Madej's kickoff goes halfway through the end zone, and we will get a chance to see the Judson Eagles offense first. They like to run two quarterbacks out there. Aiden Edwards, the junior out of a transfer from Arkansas Tech, a Franktown, Colorado native, only 45% through the air, 213 yards, couple touchdowns, 3 interceptions. They'll also put out the senior John Odom out of Wheaton, a transfer from College of DuPage, 44% through the air in just 32 attempts, 151 yards, a touchdown and a pick from him as well. So we'll see who gets the first opportunity. It looks like it's going to be the junior Aiden Edwards to start things off with Nigel Bruce, the tailback in the pistol. They're going to put 4 wide receivers out there. Brandon Mackey, who is an All-American running back, is in the stable for them as well. We'll get a heavy dose of both of those running backs here today. St. Francis, your traditional 3-3 stack defense to start things off here. First play, quick screen out to the wide receiver and a nice pickup on first down, and the tackle made by the cornerback Matthew Perry.
Well, you see Judson line up, and they get information, and they're checking with the sideline for the play. They saw the Saints were playing a little soft on the corners into the boundary and just ran a quick hitch out there for a good gain on first down.
So with Scott Tumulty not able to go, we'll see Nick Mabudis in that nickel spot, looks like. Nick Franciscovich in there as well, getting some more playing time today. First carry of the game, looking for the boundary, but only a yard or two to be had. Looks like Nigel Bruce, the ball carrier.
Yeah, gave the ball to Bruce. They ran a little motion back to the wide side of the field. St. Francis read the pulling guards very well, stretched it. Looks like they're trying to attack him into the boundary to start this game.
Jared King also getting some playing time at safety. Much larger body back there for St. Francis. 6 foot 190, junior out of Joliet Central. Third down here, first third down of the game. Here is Mackey, and he could not find a hole. Stuffed up front. Keemon Reese at the end of it. Nick Mabudis in the middle of it as well for St. Francis. First drive, first 3 and out for the Eagles.
Yeah, St. Francis ran a little blitz on the inside there and just stuffed everything. Great job of winning at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go, forcing a punt.
So my prediction here is we will see a Joey Tumulty special teams touchdown before this game is over, and he will start standing back at the 32-yard line, ready to return this punt. Looks like the Saints are trying to get after it here, too.
Yeah.
They did. It is blocked. Keemon Reese with his second block. He knocks it into the end zone, and it's picked up.
Touchdown.
By St. Francis. That's 2 weeks in a row the Judson Eagles have allowed a special teams touchdown on a block, I believe. There to pick it up was Carson Hansen, the redshirt freshman out of Wilmington.
Fantastic. The Saints have been playing all year to come up with a block right early in the game. Good pressure, and this is a great way to start the game to see the special teams play this well.
Second special teams touchdown of the year for St. Francis. Madej's looking off to the side, trying to figure out what kind of kick they want to do here, or they need more people.
Yeah, they're a little
short-handed
there.
Logan Johnson's going to go out there, and look at Coach Curry, not happy with the lack of focus here. TJ Neal is going to, looks like he's taking the brunt of the verbal lashing there.
We got a delay, I think a game penalty.
Going to make it a little harder on Brian. And now Logan's going to come off and back onto the field. We'll go Mike Carver to long snap it. That's why they couldn't do it. Mike Carver, the long snapper, wasn't out there.
Well, that's interesting that the long snapper
He's the one.
Well, hopefully they got things straightened out. We're just complimenting them on their special teams, and they don't have a long snapper on the field.
You guys got back up. There you go.
Well, the way he kicked last week, this should be no problem for him, right?
Yeah, he knocked in his third longest. Jalen Cooper did really nice to get that snap down to the field. He actually put it in the turf while he was standing up.
That was a great play by the holder. I don't know if the long snapper's a little maybe he was wore out running down the field right at the last minute there. We had a little high snap there, but what a great play. That was outstanding play by Cooper to get the ball down.
Long snapper Mike Carver. He's one of those guys you really don't have to worry about out of Montini Catholic, a sophomore, been doing it for a couple of years. Hey, every once in a while you get a brain fart, I guess.
Well, if you're a long snapper, you never want your name to be mentioned on a broadcast. It's usually not a good thing.
No, we're not going to hold that one
it's
against
like the linemen. They never want to hear their name, you know.
Usually not for a good reason.
Well,
I would have loved to have seen Logan Johnson go out there and snap the ball, though. That would have been interesting. You were talking about guys getting opportunities they're not used to having. That would have been another one.
Yeah, maybe he's on the depth chart for long snap. We don't know. But it's nice if I'm Carl Butte coming on. It's nice coming on the field with a 7-point lead.
It sure is. It's not over yet. That defense is going to go to work again, and then not the best effort there on the kick from Brian Mayday. So better field position for the Eagles. And here comes the defense again. And you can hear the wind noise in the referee microphone. Yeah, the conditions are wet and windy today, and we're going to expect that drizzle to continue most of the day as there is a solar eclipse happening over our heads. You wouldn't know it with the cloud cover, but seeing a partial solar eclipse this part of the country.
Yeah, we got a little northeast wind. It's unusual for the wind to be coming out of the east part of the stadium, so we got a little crosswind here. It's could affect a lot of balls thrown to the outside.
Quarterback again is Aiden Edwards, the junior.
There to give a little eye candy for the defense. Coaches on the sidelines making the call.
Saints will rush 3. Quick pitch to the outside, only there for about 2 yards. Forward progress stopped out at the 37-yard line.
Logan Johnson making a nice play, getting to his pass drop and holding that up to only a 2-yard gain. It looks like they're going to try and work the short passing game here early. Saints corners are playing a little bit off, the wide receivers. But everything has been into the boundary today. It's interesting to see if they got anything coming here to the wide side.
2nd and 8 for the Eagles. Same play. Went with the crossing route that time. Ball was intended for Jeremiah Malone, the senior out of Murray, Kentucky. Incomplete. They'll bring up another 3rd down and long. And Judson on 3rd down this season. Been tough going. Again, a lot of that has to do with the quality of opponent that they've played this year. But only about 24% on 3rd downs. 26%, pardon me. 18 for 68 coming into today.
Well, they got St. Francis had a little bit of pressure. I mean, never got his feet set, and that's why he threw that ball on the ground on that last play.
3rd and 8 here for Edwards. Going to roll left. Nothing there. Here comes pressure. There's a hold. Down he goes for the sack. It will be credited to Ruby Thalusme, but they didn't throw the flag on the hold. That's okay. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. They probably would have declined it. First sack of the game. That's going to bring up 4th down and long, and I got a feeling we're going to see a lot of that today.
Well, tremendous pressure from the front 4. They brought one of the outside linebackers and 3 linemen inside, and they just got immediate pressure up the middle. No chance at all to get that pass off. Oh, it fell down. We got the ball down on the 5-yard line.
Another one had to fall on the ball. Another special teams mistake
15.
Here by the Eagles. That's going to give Carl Bew his first opportunity of the game here at home. First appearance at home for Carl Bew, a Joliet West grad right down the road. Not only does he have that 7-point lead with 11:45 to go here in the first, but an extremely short field with the ball marked at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, great way to start. 7 points in red zone right away for your first series.
Number 13, Carl Bew, the true freshman, forced into some action due to injury to Sam. He's got Couple running backs on each side. You got 3 wide receivers to work with here. First one on the ground. They're going to reverse it to Joey Tumulty. No one there in front of him. Nice blocking by Dan Getch. Touchdown, Joey Tumulty, which extends the Tumulty touchdown streak to 26 games in a row.
Beautiful call. I like the call. Try to get the ball in Joey Tumulty's hands any way you can. Come right away with a double hand reverse, end around. A beautiful job. Judson had no answer for it. He just walked in. Nice blocking downfield. But you can find ways to get the ball to your best player if he's a wide receiver in many different ways, and the reverse is one way to get Joey the ball there.
Bit of a high snap again. Nice job by Jalen Cooper to get it down. Mayday puts it through. And just like that, one offensive play for St. Francis so far, and it's 14-0. Joey Tumulty going to be featured a lot more today with the injuries. Ryan Little, of course, the receiver for St. Francis, went down after the first couple of weeks of the season with a leg. Keenan Haley unable to go today, so Joey Tumulty. And what was really cool, Coach, we saw Carl Bew and Joey Tumulty before the game, before the rest of the team was even out on the field. Those two were warming up together.
Yeah, they looked like they were working on some timing routes, weren't they, Nick? Some quick outs, and it was good because you see Carl working on his footwork, getting the ball out quick to Joey, and those are the little things you like to see with your team. You know, not only creating a bond between receiver and quarterback, but just getting out there, getting a little extra work in prior to the game, and get a feel for the wind and the field conditions as well.
Kickoff will go against the ground. Another one of the upbacks will pick it up at the 25. Run over at the 35. Best starting field position for the Eagles. Let's see if they can make some positive yards.
Well, it's nice to see the Saints come out with a quick start. I think that was important. Like I said, you just so many new faces out there. You come out and you see your special teams make a play. You see your defense play strong. And it just relaxes everybody. Everybody feels they're in the flow of the game, and the confidence level just raises up. So it's a great start for the Saints.
Brandon Mackey into the game for the first time, and he'll get the football here. Cut off on the outside. Here comes pressure inside, and down he goes. A host of Saints take him down, and they are just getting into the offensive backfield at will, really, at this point.
Yeah, I think Judson's offensive line they cannot handle the defensive line of St. Francis. Every one of them was in the backfield 4 or 5 yards on that play at the start of the play. This is going to be a long day for the Judson if their offensive line continues to, just unable to block or even get a shoulder on any of these guys.
From left to right there up front is Pat Stroja, Curtis Reeves, and Cam Holman. And they're not going to need to blitz here today. Little motion there. Here they come again. Screen pass, but pressure was just there so quickly the quarterback could not even get it out to the intended receiver, Avant Rowe.
No, he couldn't even get his feet set that time. Their front three was in the backfield, and they had the screen covered very well by the Saints secondary as well. So really no place to go with the ball on that one. Now we're here again with about a 3rd and 14 again. Another long situation for Judson.
9 plays for Judson so far. Negative 15 yards. They got negative 1 2/3 yards per play so far today. This is their 3rd drive.
Saints got 6-7 guys on the line of scrimmage here.
The offense is on the field here. On 3rd and 13, pass outside. That's the best play of the game up to the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup by the Eagles, but it does bring up 4th down.
Well, they brought an outside blitz from the side, and the quarterback just stepped right in there. They had one-on-one coverage because of the blitz. Our corner's playing a little soft, so the only play they've had positive yards with is that quick out to the boundary. And that's about the 3rd time they've completed it.
Avant Rowe, the sophomore out of Cincinnati, Ohio, the reception, 4th and 3. They're just going to go for it here. With how the last 2 punts have gone, not a terrible option. 4 wide receivers. Mackey goes into a route. Nothing there. Good blocking this time. And it'll be the first down. Nice slide into the 48-yard line by Aiden Edwards to move the chains for the Eagles.
Yeah, the Saints dropped 8 people into the pass coverage that time in a zone all across the board, nowhere to go with the ball. But the fact that they only had 4 yards to go, the quarterback read it, was able to get outside the contain and slide for a first down.
Carson Hansen there to put him down along with Jared King. First down for the Eagles approaching midfield. Fullback motions left. They'll give it to Mackey. Hit at the line. Look at him go. Breaks through, and Brandon Mackey's off to the races. He may score. Tracked down, though, by Tavion Wells, the very quick 8 carries for over 1,200 yards for number 21 there.
Fullback kick-out play. Fullback actually missed his block, and Mackey made a great spin move there to get out of the hands of, I don't know who the outside defender was there, but great run.
198 carries, 1,295 yards, and 13 carries last year from Mackey. Post route complete to the 10-yard line. That'll be enough for a first down. So the Eagles got something going here offensively.
Well, they ran a fake of the same play action, and then hit the quick post off the play action. Excellent throw. And were able to hold the linebacker and create an open window for the quick post.
If I'm the Eagles, I don't know how you just don't give it to 21 every time, or at least fake it to 21 every time.
No fullback this time. See if they go back to the air.
St. Francis, are they going to blitz and say enough of this or what? Aiden Edwards will check the sideline for the play again. Throwing
quick out again.
Yeah, same exact play. Caught, reverse back upfield, but will be spun down inside the 1-yard line. So 2nd and goal for the Eagles.
Well, Judson looks like when they only have the single back in, they look to throw to one of the 4 wide receivers on the quick out route. It looks like with the coaches on the sidelines are calling out the protection because that time they shifted the running back over to pick up the blitz, and they were able to get the ball out quick.
Tight end right. Mackey to the right. Actually looks like we have the other quarterback in. A little wildcat. Tried a stutter step, but he was hit right at the line by Curtis Reeves, the nose tackle, and he went nowhere. That was Anthony Cathert, the wide receiver on the wildcat.
Yeah, they put in a little wildcat play, tried to run a lead play, like a quarterback power play, and the Saints had that covered very well.
Nice to see Curtis Reeves in for Mike Johnson today, being productive in the middle of that defensive line. I formation this time with the fullback as the tailback.
Two linemen in the backfield here.
Desmond Hill-Thomas stuffed at the line again, though, by the Saints. That's going to bring up 4th and goal. They just can't get the push inside.
Kind of another wildcat formation there. And they had 2 linemen lined up in the B gaps. And a fullback in the tailback position, but still looks like the same formation.
6:24 to go here. First quarter, Saints on top, 14-0.
The quarterback split out, so they got in a wildcat. They got their tailback at quarterback.
And they don't like what they see. They will call a timeout here because it's good of an opportunity for some points here for Judson as they've had for a long time against some tough competition. We talked about their schedule last week. Judson lost to St. Xavier 58-6. St. Xavier put up the first 51 points in that game. Olivet Nazarene the week before that, 58-14. Siena Heights before that, 58-14. Number 10, Concordia, Michigan, 54-0. They started off their year against Marion, who right now is the 5th-ranked team in the country. Actually, that was the best game of the year for that Judson defense, holding them to 40-6 in that game.
Wow.
Just a brutal schedule for a program just trying to really get on their feet. 3rd year in existence for the Eagles. New head coach this year. They're a head coach that started the program, Coach Papelchek, now the offensive coordinator at St. Francis High School. He was let go last year. You can get an idea for the conditions that they're playing in here today, too. It's really not as foggy as it looks through that camera lens, but it is cloudy, misty today.
Well, the thing is, hopefully they can get some continuity in their staff and some stability. The program's in its infancy, and they got. It looks like once they get a good staff, get their recruiting down, and I think it could be a team that could be excellent club in our league here.
Yeah, Roosevelt is a really good map for that.
Yeah.
They're a pretty young program, but they really got things going. Direct snap to Mackey, jump pass into the end zone. It's caught, but was he past the line of scrimmage? They say no. It's a touchdown.
There's a Tebow pass there.
Yes,
it will fake the quarterback blast up the middle and jump pass to the tight end.
How about
Excellent
this?
call.
Yeah,
Look at that.
1 foot jump pass, and it is caught. The defense was right there. That was a nice grab made by Jeff Delaney, the tight end, the senior out of Spring Valley, Illinois, downstate small school, Hall High School. His 4th catch, his first touchdown. Heck of a play there.
That was an excellent call on 4th down, wasn't it? Really, by him going up over the top, really froze the secondary, and they're able to get that tight end wide open.
Nearly blocked. Oh, but a penalty comes. They're going to say, I think, was it Matt Perry or maybe Tavion
Offsides.
Wells jumping a little early?
They're offsides. They'll
Yeah.
probably put that on the kickoff, I would think.
He's a former NFL player. Played safety and returner for for several teams, including the Chicago Bears. And after his playing career, he went to Trinity International into their mental health counseling program. Was also an assistant coach for the TIU football team, coaching the defensive backs, of course. Came to Judson to coach the defensive backs. There he is with a fist pump after the touchdown. And then as Dan Pampelchak was let go, Demps took over as head coach. His first head coaching opportunity here. Exciting to have
By the Saints to be able to put a drive like that together and finish it with a little trickery for a touchdown was a big momentum lift for this team. Now let's see how the Saints come back here with their maybe first situation where they will have to drive the ball. They had a short field last time and reversed the tumulty. So let's see how the Saints react here.
A drive for Judson goes 10 plays, 65 yards. Took up 5 minutes, 25 seconds. The big play that run by Brandon Mackey to flip the field. 30-yard carry by Mackey, the play of the drive. They're going to bring a holder here as the wind blew it off the tee. Joey Tumulty back to return. And they're going to give Joe a chance from the 15. Up the sideline, and he was chopped down out of bounds. Nice special teams play, a little pushing and shoving as usual. And here comes Carl Bew, so he'll have the field to work with here. We'll really see what he's got to lead this offense in the lieu of Sam Tumulty out with a foot.
Well, here we go.
Carl Bew, number 13, true freshman out of Joliet West. Gavin Day will be the feature back as Keenan Haley unable to go today as well. So see a lot of those too.
See Judson's in a 4-3 defense. Cover 2. 2 safeties deep.
Give to Gavin, looking for a hole from the offensive line. Gets it up to the 37, 3-yard carry. 2nd and 3 coming up for the Saints. I love the way Gavin Day runs the ball. He's such a tough runner. I'm happy for his opportunity. Wish it didn't come the way it did with Keenan Haley down with an injury, but here's an opportunity for Gavin to be the featured back. He really was the secondary back to Gavin. Whenever Gavin needed to come out, we saw 43 Gavin Day. Or when Haley went out, we saw Gavin come in.
Yep.
But it'll be his ball to carry for the most part today.
Yep. Got 2 tight ends in the game.
2nd down and 8. Gavin again. Trying to find a hole between that offensive line. No room to the left. Only got 1 yard there, so 3rd down and 7 coming up for St. Francis.
Well, it's a similar play they ran a lot with when Sam was quarterback, where they motioned the tight end, and Sam would give it off to the running back, and then would fake coming off to the right. But that's the exact same play. Nobody went with the quarterback that time, so it'll be interesting to see if Carl will keep the ball off of that look down the road here as they continue.
4 wide receivers this time for Carl. And a blitz coming from Judson. Throws to Getch. It's complete for a 1st down. Past the 50-yard line up to the 47. They talked about the 2 butt kickers there at tight end getting more involved in the passing game. And you saw it right there.
Well,
Dan Getch, I'm sorry, Coach. Dan Getch with his 13th catch of the year.
I'm sorry, Coach. That's where they went to 4 wide receivers, but one of them was a tight end. They snuck him right up the seam. He was the 3rd receiver to the right side. As you see here, this is the previous play.
Yep, that was Gavin.
That was the previous play.
First down play. Inside run. No room there for James Williams, the sophomore out of Evergreen Park. Maybe he picked up 4. Nice little push there at the end.
Yeah, they had a good push by the line up front, but and watching it again, nobody went with the quarterback off his fake. So I think something's going to get set up here down the road because everybody's keying the running back here, it looks like, on Judson's defense, and no one went with the quarterback on that last play.
And don't get it twisted. Carl can run the ball. He had a big, long run against Lawrence Tech. He had over 2,000 yards rushing and passing last year at Joliet West. So he's a do-it-both-ways kind of guy. Here's his first chance. He's going to look outside. Turns the corner. First down, Carl. Look at View go down the field up to the 25-yard line.
That was a nice little look. They had 4 wide receivers, 2 lined up as wings and 2 split ends, and they put Joey Tumulty in motion, fake to him, and then there goes Carl round end. Good blocking on the edge, and he shows you he can run. He got some good speed and big pickup.
About 12 yards on the carry. He'll set up with that 2 running back set again.
Yep, they got a tight end in the backfield here.
Dan Getch to the left of Carl Bew. Gavin Day to the right, and they're going to go up to block for Carl. Between the tackles up to the 20-yard line, picks up 5. Nice play by Carl Bew. It was an 18-yard pickup on the long quarterback run 2 plays ago.
Another nice pickup on first down. They had a double lead there for the quarterback. You see the two backs leading up through, running with one of them being our tight end there. I think that was Jake Friddle in there.
Was there a penalty? Hard to tell. I didn't see the flag come out, and you really can't hear the referee with the wind on the field, but looks like it was a 5-yard penalty, so it will be a first down for St. Francis out at the 11-yard line. Same formation, different personnel. 2 running backs, Day to the left and Williams to the right. Fake to Gavin. Cuts it back, Bew, taken down at the 6-yard line. Pick up a 5.
Yeah, you're seeing them featuring Carl Bew in the running game here in this drive. They're running the same offense they've been running all year, and it looks like Bew is doing an excellent job at managing this offense here. Fake to the right, quarterback keep it to the left.
There's a nice view of it from the Saints sideline.
You can see the linebackers slide with the fake and open up a little seam for a quarterback to run through to the left.
Tight end to the right is Friddle. They're going to run that way. Gavin Day lead block. They got plenty of blockers out there, and a touchdown for Carl Bew. Walks right in there for the 6.
Again, excellent blocking on the edge. Our right tackle, our tight end, everybody on an outside zone play, and really set the edge well. Nice downfield block by Tumulty, and a great run there by Carl Bew for another touchdown. Look at the edge blocking here. Everybody's sealed off. There's Joey blocking down there in the end zone. Great play. Excellent execution.
Second rushing touchdown of his young career for Carl Bew. Mayday puts it through with 1:37 to go in the first quarter, 21-7. Nice drive that time for St. Francis. 8 plays, 65 yards. Took 4:25, ended with that 6-yard touchdown run by the freshman Carl Bew. Last week up at Roosevelt was one of the more fun, exciting football games that we've had. Of course, St. Francis came up on the losing end, 28-24. But it came down to the very last play, the second week in a row that it came down to the last play for St. Francis. And that's how close they are at being undefeated, at being 6-0 as opposed to 4-2.
2 plays away from being undefeated.
2 plays, yeah. Overtime against St. Xavier a couple weeks ago, and they had a chance to win it against Roosevelt. St. Francis came down with a couple minutes to go with a 43-yard field goal to give them a lead. Roosevelt was able to march nearly the length of the field to score a touchdown to give the Lakers the lead. And St. Francis had about 45 seconds after that to come back and take the lead back at the end of the game. Just came up just a bit short.
That's why I'm so glad to see the way they come out and start in this game today. A little onside kick.
That's going to work again. That's the second time this season Brian Madej has executed an onside kick and won it. Well done by 17. He is 2 for 2 on onside kicks.
Look at that. Beautifully executed, wasn't it?
I don't see what the conversation's about here.
I don't know if they're claiming that it was touched before 10 yards, but it didn't
Not
look
a
like
chance.
it to me.
That's 13 yards, down the field. Or 12 yards down the field. That was well done by Brian Madej. He's having himself a good couple of weeks here, number 17. And Carl Bew and company will take it back over near midfield.
Well, that's where your front 5 on the kickoff return team, they start leaving a little early on the kicks, trying to get back and peel back to get their blocks downfield. And when you see them leaving a little bit early, you do that little dribble kick where you just hit the top of the ball, let it bounce and roll, and they were able to recover it. They had 5 Saints around it without knowing from Judson.
Yeah, they had no idea that was coming.
No.
Honestly, I don't think anyone in the stadium knew that was coming. Here's Carl looking to throw it this time. He's 1 for 1 today, downfield.
Beautiful.
To Dan Getch again. Nice hookup. 2 for 2 down to the 32-yard line. That's a pickup of about 20 yards. Carl Bew to Dan Getch again.
Well, we thought the tight ends might have a big role in today's passing game, and right off the bat, 2 times right down the middle of the field. They see something there. There's a soft spot in the zone right down the middle of the field. Look at how Carl resets his feet, slides out, extends the play, sets his feet, makes a nice throw downfield to Getch.
So Dan Getch now has 14 catches this season, only had 9 last year. As a matter of fact, there were only 12 tight end receptions a year ago combined. And he's got 14 all by himself. That's not even including the 7 catches from Jake Friddle, who's been a great target, number 88 right there on the bottom of your screen, who's been a weapon in the passing game as well.
Well, when you get guys that are that good in the passing game, but then block as well as these guys do.
As Coach Curry calls them, butt kickers.
Butt kickers. I tell you, it's nice having a couple butt kickers out there.
That can catch the ball, yeah.
But it just allows you so much you could do offensively.
And Dan Getch will be in the right slot again. Dezion Jordan, bottom of your screen. Joey Tumulty yet to be thrown at. He's at the top. Carl's going to keep it. Trying to race the defensive end around the edge. He'll pick up about 6. He'll be 2 yards shy of the first down. 3rd down and 2 on the way.
Boy, I'm real impressed with Carl in his first start here. The ability to throw the ball as well as he has, but his running game too. He's going to be a legit outstanding quarterback for the Saints.
End of quarter number 1, 21-7 for St. Francis on the shoulders of the young Carl Bew. Number 13 getting a nice fist bump from Scott Tumulty out with injury today. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, quarter number 2, we'll put a fresh 15 on the clock. Saints up by 14 on the USF Sports Network.
The University of St. Francis really has made a very positive impact on my life. I've made some of my best friends here, grown as a person, and I feel it has given me the tools to have a successful career. USF has a very warm and welcoming atmosphere. And it was something I couldn't get at any other school that I visited.
It just felt like I was at home as soon as I stepped on campus.
Being located in Joliet, it's kind of like a hidden gem. It's not too far from home, but it's far enough where you can get that kind of getaway.
Welcome back to the beautiful getaway that is Joliet, Illinois. 3rd down and 2 as we flip sides. Carl Bew in the shotgun, low snap, but able to pick it up. Tried to hand it off, fumbled it, bounces right back into his breadbasket, and he's able to pick up the 2 yards needed for the first down. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way. Through the first quarter, Carl Bew, 2 for 2, both catches to Dan Getch for 34 yards. He's carried the ball 5 times, as you see the fortuitous bounce for St. Francis. Carl Bew with that run, 6 carries for 40 yards and a touchdown. Defensively, Matt Perry leading the way with 4 tackles. Gavin Day gets the fake. Carl Bew keeps it. Another inside run. He's pushed forward over the 20-yard line to the 18 to pick up a 4 for 2nd down. That set up that touchdown drive. Anthony Cathart, 3 catches for 17 yards to lead the receiving corps for the Eagles. Here's Bew, rolling left, throwing across his body. As Dezion Jordan in the backfield makes 1 miss inside the 10 is enough for a 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal on the ankle-breaking juke move by number 3, Dezion Jordan.
Nice rollout pass, squares his shoulders up, perfect strike. Look at the move after the catch.
Yep, gotcha.
Beautiful.
13:06 just underway here in our 2nd quarter. Appreciate you listening, whether you're up from the Elgin area or Joliet or family from either team. We appreciate you tuning in today. We will brave the rain. Well, we won't, Coach, not you and I. Our TV camera crew will brave the rain along with the players. Here is Bew, not a lot of room. Nice patience. Gets it inside the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal coming up. My point is, if you're watching this at home on your computer or on your smart TV, maybe you got YouTube up, you made the right choice.
Yeah, it's a little wet and cold out today. Same formation they ran with Friddle in the backfield again. Double lead for the quarterback. That's some nice new wrinkles we're seeing McCarthy put in today for Carl Bew.
James Williams in at running back. We're seeing the rotation of running backs here for St. Francis. He will lead block for Bew. And well done as Carl trots into the end zone again for his 2nd touchdown of the game. 27-7. St. Francis on top after an onside kick from Brian Mayday.
Well, you know that Judson, in scouting last week's game, the Saints throwing the ball consistently. Tonight, you're seeing the new quarterback run.
And it's hard. It's so hard for Judson, too, because they didn't know that this was happening. When the depth charts went out on Monday or Sunday, we thought Sam was going to play. He actually practiced through Tuesday before Carl Bew was called into the starting spot. So Judson was planning to see a Sam Tumulty that was throwing the ball very, very well. And trust me, nobody was more upset that Sam couldn't go than Sam himself.
Without a doubt. That young man is a true competitor, and he did everything he could to get himself ready, but it's a situation where...
Is this one of those situations, Coach, and you've probably been in it, where you have to protect the player from himself?
Yes. I think many cases, a guy like him, he wants to be out there. He's going to do everything he can to get ready. And the seriousness of the injury will determine that, hey, you can't go. We're more concerned about your future. We want you to be able to walk the rest of your life.
Not only do we want you to come back and play at some point, but we want you to be able to walk without limping.
Yeah, when you get my age, you want to be able to still be able to walk and, and live a good, normal, happy life, as far as – because anything with the feet, you get injuries in the feet, you can't push off, you can't run. It's so difficult. So it was wise that he sat out today.
Squib kick. Well, the upbacks will take it at the 24, down at the 30. Returned on the play by Christian Miller, special teamer. Here come the Eagles offense again. Had a pretty decent drive last time. Ended up with that Brandon Mackey Fourth down touchdown.
Look at Tumulty on this return.
Wow. Joey Tumulty coming in
I'm
as a
telling you
gunner.
right now. Those guys.
God. You know, it's a good thing that there's 3 Tumulties out there because we were down 2, so we're down to our last Tumulty here, Coach.
They play like every play's a Super Bowl, don't they? They just play hard every play.
See, I wouldn't be surprised if he's out there on defense at some point. Here's Mackey blocking in front of him. He can move. Nice run. Picks up 12, maybe 13. Moves the chains. Brandon Mackey, their star running back.
Well,
I wonder if he's
they really sealed that edge off that time. They blocked down on Strosha there. They came down hard on him. They out-leveraged him. And our linebacker never was able to spill out to pick that up. That was a nice edge run by Judson.
Defensive unit getting a bit of it, or the offensive unit, bit of an instruction there. Nice throw on the post. It's caught by Grant Alexander, the sophomore. Again, moving chains against this Saints defense.
Well, they ran a little cross action here where they brought the wing back. Looked like a lead block. It froze the middle linebacker, froze Logan in there, and then able to make the quick slant. Again, the Saints are playing a little soft on the edges. I wonder if they'll start to tighten up those corners a little bit, take away some of these quick passes.
So that jump pass from Brandon Mackey was his first passing attempt of his career. Here's first down for the Eagles.
Great throw.
As he steps out of bounds at the 36. That's a pickup of 6. Oh, they give him 7 yards. So second down and 3 coming up. This St. Francis defense getting a little lax here, Coach.
This has by far been their best play. The quick out into the boundary. Again, like I said, the Saints are playing a soft zone, and they're just taking advantage of the quick out, the 5-yard out.
Fullback goes left. Offense stands up to get the play. Here on 2nd and 3 inside St. Francis territory. Corners back, safety's up. They give to Mackey. They saw that coming. Can they catch him, though? That's a different question. They minimize it to about a yard, so third down and short coming up for the Eagles.
Boy, Mackey's quickness. We had great penetration on the offense's left side there. We got great penetration, and his quickness, he was able to elude those. There was really no blocking up front. He was able to elude the defenders and get to the outside.
Third down and 2.
Well, they got the linebacker in tight. Look for the quick out again.
To the running back, and it's a first down. Nigel Bruce this time up to the 32. He needed 2. He got 4. Chains move again for the Eagles here.
Boy, we had him in the backfield, too. We just missed the tackle there, defensive end. Was it Robbie? Missed him there. Look, we had a great opportunity to make a tackle in the backfield there, and he just ran right through it.
Fullback off to the left here. Bruce again at running back. He's in to protect. Throwing, looking for the end zone. He's behind the defense. Caught, touchdown. 32-yard strike for the Eagles.
Great play call and execution. The Saints brought a safety up to help there, and they ran a little out and up. They've been running that 5-yard out. This time they run a little like they're going to run the out and then take it right up the field. And he ran right past the corner. And it's a great call. They've been hitting those quick outs. Now you fake the out, throw it upfield.
Grant Alexander's third touchdown catch. Second longest catch of the season for him. He had a 35-yarder earlier this year. That one goes for 32 and a score. Cuts the lead, assuming this kick goes through to a touchdown. Snap is good, nearly blocked. It would have been an offside, though. The flag comes out. Touchdown drive of 6 plays, 69 yards. 3:16 off the clock. 28-14 the score. Judson Eagle offense looking pretty good. That play beating Matthew Perry and Jared King, the safety.
Well, they brought King up tight to double cover, looking to take away that out. And the corner should have probably stayed a little on top, but he kind of he bit on the fake on the out route, and he's able to get behind him and make a nice throw.
Edwards, pretty gaudy numbers here through the first quarter and a half. 8 for 10, 90 yards, a touchdown. Only been sacked one time. 91 yards through the air for Judson, 31 on the ground. St. Francis, 44 through the air, 79 on the ground. St. Francis, 123 yards of total offense. Judson, 122. And that's the reason you're watching on your TV today, because they needed to bring out the 10x10 here in the stands. Great move, though. Is that St. Francis fans? I thought that was because that's the opposite side of the field, the Judson side, but I see some brown and gold under there. And I got to give credit to some of the St. Francis fans, too, because usually the parking lot here at Joliet Memorial Stadium has a lot of people tailgating, but there were a brave few who came out early to put a shrimp on the barbie here today.
They're hardcore, man. They're tough. Those tailgaters.
Uh-huh. Nice kickoff through the back of the end zone for Judson this time. Using the breeze. Pretty strong wind today. Old Glory blowing pretty stiffly behind the south end zone with the rain and wind today, as you can see. Always on cue, these camera operators, I'll tell you what.
They're battling the elements today, aren't they? They're doing a great job. Great job.
Look at those excited, happy fans here at Joliet Memorial Stadium today. Where else would you rather be? We're winning, guys. Come on, it's 28-14. There we go. A little life from our fans today. Carl Bew up the middle, face mask down to the 35. There comes the flag. So they're going to add 15 to that 9-yard run.
Well, I really like the way Carl Bew is running the offense here. Great play fake there. Look at the gap that opens up.
He had an offensive lineman's 10-yard downfield. That was a great job by Ryan Earsink, the left guard.
Yeah, Coach Curry before the game said that he felt very confident in Carl's decision-making on these option reads and RPOs and this being a little quarterback option play. And he's been excellent all afternoon in his reads.
Gavin Day to the left hip. Joey Tumulty motions. The snap goes over Carl's head. Smart play by the freshman just to jump on it and down it at the 35. They will lose 14 yards on the high snap.
Yeah, that by falling out, you're right, Nick. Going down, falling out of quick. You don't want to compound a mistake and turn it into two mistakes. Get down on it, come back on another play. You got second and very long, but the way the Saints have been moving the ball, just try and get back to the original line of scrimmage here and give yourself a decent chance on third down.
Snapper's Peyton Norton. He's Ken Norton's son. That's also a true freshman there really? at the center spot. So
wow.
Draw play, and look at the room here for Carl. Bounces outside. Safety's going to try to come up, make a play. Cornerback takes a pop right at the 49. He gets that 14 yards right back on the next play. Nice job by the freshman quarterback.
Yeah, again, an excellent call by McCarthy, Coach McCarthy here, because everybody's thinking you're going to try and throw the ball downfield, pass. They get in a passing look, and then you take the quarterback draw. You get the linebackers, the secondary to drop off into their coverages. All you need is a seam, and it creates a big play. I kind of think this might be two-down territory too, Nick. Go for it on fourth down.
There's Carl and Gavin. Nice job in the pocket. Tried to check it down, but it was just tipped. Dan Getch. It was obviously thrown over his head, but he did a nice job just to reach up and tip it, because if he didn't, that would have been at least an interception. But it falls incomplete.
Yeah,
a little bit too much on that one.
Yeah, I think that try to throw that crossing route when he couldn't really get his feet set and turned, and so he didn't have a lot of speed on that ball. It kind of floated, and we were fortunate for the tip. But the fact too that they weren't able to gain any more yardage, they're going to punt here instead of maybe try and go for it on fourth down.
Judson only with one interception this year. A little bit of a low snap, but Brian gets it off and a nice kick into a strong wind. Makes a decent St. Francis roll to the 15-yard line. That wind, it's got to be a good 15-mile-an-hour wind and pretty much north to south, right in the face of Brian there. So that's a real good kick considering the conditions.
Yeah, plus he had a little pressure on him, too, when he got it off. And he stayed in there tough and got off a good kick.
Brian, a very even keel type of personality. You don't really ever know how he's feeling. He's not real up. He's not real down. You kind of talk to him, and he's like, Brian, how's it going? He's like, fine. All right, good. Go get him today. Not easily rattled, which is what you need in a kicker.
That's right. That's right. Ice water in those veins.
Here's Edwards. The quarterback claps and checks the sideline for the play. 6:54 to go here, first half. Saints doubling up the Eagles 28-14. There's that out again. It's complete. Nice spin move to pick up an extra yard or two on the outside. Anthony Cathcart, the freshman receiver out of Texas. Second down at 4.
Yeah, I think Judson's doing a good job of reading the alignment of the outside linebackers. If they're in tight, they're going to throw the quick out. If they widen out, then they try to run it off tackle.
So what do you see now? It looks like the linebackers are wide, right?
Yeah, the quick throw again.
Screen pass to Mackey. He's elusive. You got to take him down. Mobutis to hold him up, and here come the rest of the Saints. Whistle blows, and that'll do it. But that is enough for a first down, so they needed 2. They got 3. Chains move up to the 26-yard line. 6:06 to go.
Yeah, it's they're getting, they line up, want to start disguising a little bit on defense, show one look with their secondary, then maybe change their alignment a little bit by coming tighter to line of scrimmage or dropping off.
Edwards play action. He's going to keep it. Quarterback looking to the outside. He's got some speed. He's able to pick up 3, though. Nice pursuit by the Saints defense to minimize the gain up to the 30-yard line.
Judson doing a good job mixing it up. Now with a little quarterback run there.
I believe it's second down. There we go. Get that down marker correct on the opposite side.
Again, another 4 or 5 yard gain on first down.
Second down and 6 for the Eagles. Going to check the alignment of that defense again and get a new play. Edwards relays it to his offensive line. Linebackers in the box and a delay of game. A little bit too much. And the Judson Eagles are complaining that the clock wasn't working, or I'm not exactly sure what. Maybe that the back judge wasn't giving the signal.
Yeah. There was some trouble with the clock prior to the start of the game, but it looks like it's working.
That clock is good. We were worried about the play clocks behind the end zones. See if they charge the penalty or what. The referee's going to come over and talk to Coach Curry. So I'm not. The clock's read 0. Maybe they never had the time, or actually the one clock to the north end zone is working, but the one clock to the south end zone is not. And I'm not sure the officiating crew knew that, because if that happens, then the back judge gives a hand signal when the time is running short.
Right. The last
that didn't happen.
Counts off the last 5 seconds with a hand signal.
But it really is kind of pointless. The wind really blowing down there. So really it comes down to, okay, the time did run off. So I think they're just going to replay it. I don't think they're going to charge them the penalty. Yep. Which I think is the right choice. If the clock's not working and they didn't know the time.
Well, the back judge has his back to the clock as well, so he can't see that it's not working.
He sees the working clock in front of him.
Clock, right.
And now they are. So the clocks aren't working, but no, they're different. The one is clicking down, and the other one is not. So we're going to have a little bit of a mechanical issue here. Here's Edwards to throw. Nothing left, nothing right. He's going to have to run for it. He'll go out of bounds, a loss of 2 on the play, and they are going to have to figure something out with the clocks here because they are not in sync.
No, good pressure that time by the Saints, combined with good coverage. Nowhere to go with the ball. We end up getting a 3-yard loss there.
Yeah, one clock is it's almost like they're independent of each other at this point. So they're going to have to probably rely on the officiating crew to monitor the play clock themselves manually. 4 wide receivers. The 3rd and 8. And a whistle will blow it dead, and it will be a timeout called by Judson. We're under 4 minutes here. Let's see if they take this opportunity to come up with a plan for how they're going to indicate the play clock. Other MSFA games going on today. The real one that'll be fun to watch is St. Xavier. They're at home up on the south side, so same weather we're dealing with here today, but they're taking on Division II Saginaw Valley. And Roosevelt is on the road down in Tennessee, hopefully a little bit better weather, but they're taking on number 12 Bethel, 12th ranked team in the country in NAIA. So Roosevelt, after a big win last week against our Saints, on the road against a top 15 team in the country, a chance again to make their case to get into the playoff. Some other games today. On the Mideast side, Indiana Wesleyan hosting Madonna, St. Francis, Indiana, and Lawrence Tech. That should actually be a pretty good game. And as well will be the one up in Michigan today. Number 10 Concordia hosting number 5 Marion. That's also going on currently.
Wow, some good games in NAIA this weekend.
3rd down and 8. Snap. Checks it down over to Mackey, but a nice tackle on the outside for St. Francis. Drawing him down as Will Brando, sophomore out of Lincoln Way West. Oh, I'm sorry, TJ Neal. Thought it was 20, it was 28.
And Neal made a great play there, reading that screen. A little check down, and again, looked like a little coverage. Looked like they're playing a little man-to-man in that situation, and it may have crossed up a little, the quarterback's read a little there, and was able to check it down, but Saints defended it very well.
TJ Neal, 26 tackles, 1.5 behind the line of scrimmage. And now this will be interesting. Who's going to get the punt? Well, nobody. That one's going to sail out of bounds pretty close to midfield. It touches down at the 41, but crossed the sideline somewhere around the 50.
Great field position. The one thing Judson has really struggled with today has been special teams. You know, they gave up a block punt, and then the punter slipped down, and another play that gave a short field to the Saints, and now they shanked one to give it Saints excellent field position.
Well, they mark it at the 44. 3:13 to play in the half. Saints up a couple scores here. Judson moving the ball pretty well through the first half. See Carl Bew here again. Joey Tumulty motions. Gets it on the, nope, Carl keeps it. Faked me out, and there he goes. Carl Bew, the freshman quarterback.
Boy, I like what the Saints are doing here. You know, with Haley being injured today, they're down a running back. They are using Joey Tumulty as another running back when they put him in motion, where he comes like an arc motion, comes back motion, and they hand it to him. They ran the reverse to him earlier. Now you play fake off it and get excellent blocking up front and giving great lanes for a quarterback be able to run the ball. It's I like the way they're using Tumulty. Here he is again, motion. This time they give it to him.
That's a gain of 2 as it stands. We'll have to deal with the flag, though. That run by Carl was 24 yards.
See, it's not really a jet sweep. It's not like he's coming through their full speed. They're using him more. They get him in motion to where he becomes to a running back position. And that helps them with their running back depth, but it also gets the ball in the hands of an outstanding player like Joey Tumulty, or you got your quarterback, Carl, keeping the ball and making big plays off it.
So let's get a little technical. Let's talk X's and O's here for a second. And why I want to do that is because the way that the St. Francis runs their offense, it's very much based on it's a numbers game at the end of the day, right?
Exactly. You have to it's like playing with an extra man when you have a quarterback that can run. Because now you can put an extra wide receiver out but still have a full backfield with a lead blocker for your quarterback. The other thing it gives you is the ability to create motion, move players. You're going to play fake your running back, freeze a linebacker. That opens up a lane for your quarterback to run. That opens up your RPO passing game. So the running quarterback really puts some stress on the defense, as you said, in an X and O situation. There it is again, the sweep to Joey.
Picked up pretty well by the Eagles. Original line, maybe 6 yards on there. And as a defense, if St. Francis doesn't have that ability, as we watch Joey get this sweep again, like St. Francis hasn't had that opportunity the last 2 weeks because of injury to Sam, what does that do for the defense in terms of how they defend the Saints offense without that ability for the quarterback to run the ball?
Well, that they become more one-dimensional. So now they can gear up on the pass rush. Linebackers may not pay as much attention to the quarterback off the fake. They'll play more of the running back. But when you got a quarterback that can run, just in that, there it is again. Now that time he's dropping back to throw, but his ability to run creates a positive play.
Down the field near the end zone there, but Carl decided to keep it and is about a yard shy of the first down. Here it is again.
Yeah, see, he drops back, sees it. He's not sure. Might not have been positioned to throw it down the field or didn't see him. But again, his ability to run creates a big play. It's so hard to defend a quarterback that is a dual threat like that. It's like you're playing one man short all the time.
And that's how St. Francis had to play last couple of games with Sam Tumulty injured. All that meant was Sam threw for a career best 24 completions, 24 completions, 44 attempts, and 375 yards. Yep. Here goes Carl outside, and that'll be a first down. And
that's been their favorite play, where they fake the running back to the right and they run the quarterback on the outside to the left. Watch the fake here. Look at the good blocking up front. Excellent job. They got the edge. There he is out and around. And receivers run their defenders off and block them downfield. Excellent execution.
90 seconds to go here in the first half. Day and Williams in the backfield. It'll be Carl on the keeper. Makes one miss in the backfield. Gets to the 5. Push forward near that pylon, but it'll be first down and goal, I think. He needed to get to the 2 for a first down, and that's exactly where they are. But they will move the chains. So give me first and goal for St. Francis here at the 2. Take your time.
Exact same play. That time they got a little pressure inside. High snap, but still was able to set the edge and get a big gain by Carl for first and goal.
And the trainer coming out to check on one of the Eagle defenders there. Walking off is Dominique Carter, that DB out of Kentucky. 95, pardon me. Malik Rowe has a couple tackles for a loss this year. Starting defensive end out of Brooklyn, New York. Coaching staff on the field trying to get the Judson coaching staff, that is, trying to get the play on. The referee's like, all right, we're about to start. Got to get off the field now. There's Williams to the left to Carl Bew. See if they just keep it in the freshman quarterback's hands here to run it in.
Well, they're heavy to the left.
He fumbled it again. That one slipped right through his hands. Carl was able to get back on it, but it's out back near the 11-yard line now. So second and goal. They mark it at the 10.
We've had a couple exchange issues today.
It looks like he might have hurt his right hand, too.
It looked like he was kind of surprised by it there.
Looks okay. Just keep those hands dry. And I'm not sure if it slipped through his hands or, like I said, he wasn't expecting it. 50 seconds to go. Looks like they're going to call a timeout.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Call a timeout, let the clock run down a little bit, try and score, and then leave Judson with no time left in the half.
St. Francis and Judson running almost identical amount of plays. Judson has run 28. St. Francis has run 27. The Saints have 182 yards of total offense compared to 135 for the Eagles. Judson doing it really through the air today. 103 passing yards, 32 rushing yards. St. Francis flipped that. 138 rushing yards for St. Francis, 44 through the air. And most of them have been Carl Bew. 16 carries, 118 yards already for Carl, and 2 touchdowns on the ground. He's completed 3 passes out of his 4 attempts, which is not terribly surprising given the conditions and the ability to run the ball. Getch has 2 of those catches for 34. Dezion Jordan has 1 catch for 10 yards. You know, as good as Dezion Jordan has been, just 1 touchdown this year. 13 catches, 300 yards, 1 touchdown. He was very close a couple times. He had a couple of really long pass catches in the first couple of weeks of the season, but he was tackled like inside the 5 twice. So he was on the doorstep a few times, but only 1 touchdown.
They got Friddle split out over here.
Motion again to Tumulty. They give to Joey. Turns it up the numbers. Goes to the edge. Touchdown, Joey Tumulty. His second rushing touchdown of the game.
Well, when I saw him split out Friddle there, I thought maybe they may be using him to block on the edge either for a screen or, in this case, it was just a running play to Tumulty. Use that motion, using him as their 3rd running back. There it is. Lead block.
Friddle was out there to kick butts, is what he was there to do.
Drove him out. Drove that guy outside the end zone. He drove him so far down the field.
Made a chip shot. 35-14 with 34 seconds to go in the half.
Boy, I love that little wrinkle that they're running. The Saints are running their offense using Joey Tumulty in the running game. What a threat. Kind of like when you see what San Francisco uses their different players, you know, Debo and Christian McCaffrey, how they use them in motion, put them in slots, use them as running backs. You get this guy the ball, he's a threat to go all the way anytime. Beautiful.
7-play drive, goes 56 yards, included a penalty there that had a 2nd and long, but the drive only lasted 2 minutes and 39 seconds, ending in that Joey Tumulty touchdown run. His 2nd touchdown run on just 3 carries for the freshman wide receiver. Coach Joe Curry, his 12th year, looking for a win number 62 of his career here as the head coach of the Saints. Midwest Coach of the Year last year, his 3rd such honor. Coming up on a quarter century wearing the brown and gold in some capacity is that man, as a player, as an assistant coach, and as a head coach.
He's done an outstanding job. There's another little dump kick there.
Handled easily. Joey Tumulty missed on that tackle, but
first guy down the field.
Looks like Desi. No, that was Jared King. Made the tackle.
He runs an end around for a touchdown.
Looks like Joey will just dive at their ankles, and if he doesn't get him, he doesn't get him.
He's ready to try to take him right down by the feet. But he's his speed, his competitiveness, his toughness. It's I just love the way watching him play. And I think it brings an energy to all the Saints. Everybody's played. That special teams have been a big bonus for the Saints this year.
See what the Eagles can do here in 26 seconds. Pressure. Nice job by Edwards to evade. A flag comes in. Pass is incomplete anyway, so they're going to go backward with the penalty. Probably a holding.
Yep. That's what it looks like, Nick. It looks like
Cam
a holding
Holman,
call. Yeah.
Holman had a nice jump.
That time they ran 4 verticals, everybody downfield. The Saints had it covered perfect. Nowhere to go with the ball. Tried to scramble, extend the play. And, of course, when that happens, the way the Saints are rushing the passer today, someone's going to hold. Whenever a quarterback tries to change direction, and it's difficult for the lineman to sustain those blocks.
Welcoming all ages here at Memorial Stadium here, huh?
Dressed properly, the little one there with the hat.
and the yellow. Through the air, it is complete. That was up in the air for quite a long time, but they picked up 6 yards, so now 2nd down and 14. Quickly back to the line, 7 seconds to go. They're not going to call a timeout. This will be the last play of the half. Maybe, yep. More pressure. Edwards on the run, heaves it downfield, and Cooper wanted the interception. Couldn't quite get there. Jalen really wanted that one. And that'll bring us to halftime here at Joliet Memorial Stadium, where the score is 35-14. Saints on top of the Eagles. We'll take our break. When we come back, we'll have the second half. And we'll give you some second half numbers when we come back as well here on the USF Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct our attention to midfield and welcome the USF dance team, accompanied by special guests, the USF dance team Kids Campers.
What up, dude? How's it going? All right.
He should let you be in the booth. He should let you be in the booth.
I know the rain is falling, don't look so sad about it. I know it hurts a little, you wanna scream and shout. I got the remedy, just let the rhythm take you over and over, over and over. I know you're down, let me pick you up. I know you're strong, I know you're tough. You wanna sit, you need to move. Let me show you how to do it, feel the music.
Let's hear it for the USF dance team and the future USF Kids Dance Campers. Thank you.
Yeah. 117. Oh. I'm good. I got mine. Stay warm. It's enough for I just took time to think about it.
What? Yeah, I do.
Hey, you got a good craft beer in there for me? Because, I mean, I think it's some stuff.
You looking for a lunch class?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it.
The second we get it, like the thing figured out, like 30 seconds later, it's probably out of control. Either it's catching, or like the wind is pulling it, or I can't see the screen. There's a couple times just like follow this guy, and I'm like I can't see it clear enough, so I'm like looking up and looking down, and then by the time I look back down, I've lost him. And like.
Welcome back to Joliet Memorial Stadium. Nick Jacobs and Dan Sharp with you. Saints up 35-14. And, Coach, take a look. They're doing it all on the ground, these Saints are, and they are being led by Carl Bew, the true freshman quarterback in his second collegiate start of his career. He's been asked to carry it 16 times. He's carried it for 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. And if it hasn't been Carl, it's been Joey Tumulty out of his wide receiver spot, huh? 3 carries, 32 yards, averaging just a tick under 11 yards per touch. He's got 2 touchdowns on 3 carries as well.
Yeah, interesting. The 2 leading rushers are the quarterback and wide receiver, slot receiver. But it's a great to see the way St. Francis is using their skilled position players, the outstanding skill. With the weather the way it is, it's a difficult passing day. Your quarterback's already got 100 yards rushing in that system that Sam had so much success running in as well, in that where they read the option. And then now you use your slot receiver, Joey Tumulty, as a running back by putting him in motion, bringing him back to like a running back position and running sweeps with him, end arounds, as you will, and then your quarterback faking off of that. It's and then using your tight ends in the passing game. A few times he threw the ball. He had 2 big passes to his tight ends. So good execution in the first half by the Saints.
So there was that issue with the play clock that we were dealing with. The one side wasn't working. The other one was. So the word is that's why Curry was walking over toward the press box, which you saw on your screen, which is never good. Whenever the coach is starting to walk this way, something bad is happening. And in this case, it is a technological failure here at the stadium. The one side clock is not working, so they're turning it off. And I believe they're just going to turn off the other side as well, because that wouldn't be fair if one team got the clock and the other team didn't. So they're just going to rely on the officiating crew to keep the play clock time, as they usually they do in high school at that point. So they should be pretty used to that. I know a lot of these crews go up and down the levels. There's the situation, 35-14, about ready to get things going here in the third quarter. For Judson, quick numbers, their quarterback, Aiden Edwards, pretty good day, 12 for 15, throwing the ball in these conditions, 108 yards, a touchdown, no interceptions, been sacked 1 time. Brandon Mackey leading the way on the ground, 6 carries, 44 yards. And Mackey's actually got a touchdown pass under his belt, his first ever collegiate passing attempt. Came on a 4th down and goal at the 1-yard line. And he took a direct snap, jump past it to a tight end for one of their touchdowns. On the receiving core for the Eagles, Cathcart's got 6 catches for 34 yards. Alexander, 4 catches for 63 yards. And a touchdown. Their tight end, Delaney, has that one jump pass reception touchdown for his first catch of the year. And Saints will get the football to start our second quarter. Joey Tumulty will race to the left-hand hash marks and bring it right up the hashes. Bouncing outside to the edge. Oh, will he go out of bounds? Absolutely not. His name is Tumulty. He'll get wrapped up by about 3 or 4 Eagles at the 26-yard line.
Boy, you can see that could be a huge weapon for the Saints with the Tumulty in the return game. He is so quick. That time it was the coverage was excellent by Judson. They filled their lanes, and he still was able to get a decent return out of it.
I still hold true. I think Joey's going to break a kick return here. And after getting pummeled on the return, he'll take his spot on the right slot. Here in the first offensive play of the half, Carl B. will be in the shotgun, and Gavin Day on his left side. Looks like Dan Getch, tight end to the right. They will rush for a bit of a high snap, held on well. Look at the push the offensive line's getting. Holy cow, they got him 6-7 yards. And Carl Bew takes it 14 yards for the first down.
Right, they went to 4 wide receiver, trips to the right, spread everybody out. Look at that double team on the nose. Great hole for the quarterback to run a draw play in.
First down up to the 41. Dan Getch, the tight end, left-hand side this time at that wing spot. Hand off to Day.
Nice inside run up to the 49-yard line, 2 yards shy, 8-yard carry for Gavin.
Nice run by Gavin. He's a very patient runner. Really looks patient for his lineman to open the holes here. As you can see, watch him. See right here, read it. Jump cut right there, get up in the lane. Really reacts well to the blocking of his lineman and is very patient in the hole.
The longest run of the day for Gavin, just his third carry, 12 yards. Second down and 2.
Here they got trips down here to the left.
They don't have anyone to cover all those guys. They go to Joey on the short route. That's not going to be enough for a first down. Only one. They had 3 receivers over there, but only one corner and a safety moving over. Dan Getch was pretty open. And Joey's got a bit of an issue with how that play ended. Look at here.
Well, we get, roughing the passer call here.
Oh, wow. Wasn't looking in the backfield there. We'll have to see if that picked up on the replay.
I didn't think that View got his feet set like he wanted to throw it. Look, he's kind of getting it quick, and then he gets late hit there, man.
So they tack on 15. That puts it all the way down to the 35-yard line at the end of the play.
Got both tight ends in. You got Friddles split down here to the left, and in the slot up top, you got Gesh.
Short route to Joey. Sprints past the first down marker all the way up near the 15. They put it at the 17-yard line, and almost like he bear crawled his way at the end of that run.
Putting 3 receivers to the right. You got the corner rolled up, tight coverage on the outside, and there's no one really on Joey. The safety is the first guy to cover Joey, so just throwing those quick stop routes out there and let him make an athletic play.
Trips again left.
See how there's no one really on top of Joey here? Now they come out. Now the tight end's open.
Carl didn't see that one. He's going to loft it for Dezion Jordan in the end zone. Jump ball, no good. That's a great question, man.
So what happened that time is the outside linebacker dropped to take away Joey, but it left. Just rolled it out. I don't know if we want to throw that one. Although
Dezion Jordan there has yet to.
Although even if he's double covered, he'll go up and get it. So may not be a bad choice to throw it to him anytime.
Day, he goes opposite on the counter. Makes one miss. Taken down all the way toward the soccer sideline. Not quite egregious enough, but it is a pickup of 6.
That's been their best play tonight. Fake to the right, run your quarterback to the left. Carl has had great success running off the left side of the line today. Same look at the 2 backs in the backfield.
That's James Williams left, Gavin Day right. Dan Getch in the slot right. They're going to go to Williams this time. Cuts it right up the middle. Thought he had a lane if he kept it right, but it will be enough for a first down. Nice run by James Williams, the sophomore from Evergreen Park. Only had 4 carries coming into today with the injury to Keenan Haley. A lot more opportunities to carry the ball.
Excellent block by our right guard there, Logan Miller. Great job opening up the hole there.
One of the returning starters on that line, the sophomore from Romeoville, Logan. There's Williams. Set up on the other side this time with Day on the left. Give to Day. Breaks one. Look at the patience. Gavin Day into the end zone for the touchdown.
Excellent run. Keeps his feet moving. Like you said, Nick, patience. Waited for the block to develop and then made a quick spurt into the end zone. Excellent run. Happy for that young man.
Yeah, first touchdown of the day. Second career touchdown for the redshirt freshman from Brighton. And Mayday to put the extra point through. That one's good. 42-14. Saints in control here. Just about a third of the way through our third quarter.
When they line up in the formation, it's almost like a T formation because your quarterback's a running back as it is, and you got the backs crisscrossing. You got the hand it off or play fake it. You got a lead block going either way. It's very difficult to defend with that cross action in the backfield.
4-minute drive that time for the Saints. 8 plays, 74 yards. And putting a bow on it was Gavin Day's 8-yard touchdown run. If you take a look at the all-purpose yards for St. Francis this season, what names do you think are at the top of that one?
Tumblety.
And Tumblety. Yeah. Joey actually has the most all-purpose yards thanks to a couple of really long receptions, 613. Then comes Scott, actually, with 474. Most of those in the return game. Has a couple carries and catches as well. But then Sam is third on the all-purpose yards chart with 358. Now, obviously, passing all 358 of those rushing yards are enough for third place on that list. Big boy on the return up to the 30. See the return again. Carson Hansen will be the one to put it down. Squibb kicking it, keeping it out of the hands of the dangerous returners. Brandon Mackey, Nigel Bruce.
Yeah, they've been squibbing, kicking the entire afternoon.
Squibb kicking the entire season.
Yeah, that's true.
Judson will have it at their 31-yard line. Brandon Mackey will be in there with Edwards. Usually they've gone with a 2-quarterback set, but we haven't seen anyone outside of Aiden Edwards today. Nothing left, nothing right. He'll run left. Lefty throws it, trying to keep his toes in bounds, but incomplete.
Yeah, they look like they went to a little bit of a 4-man line there. That's 6 men in the box and 5 in coverage. Looks like they got the extra defensive back in there. No huddle here.
Snap back to Edwards. Quick post. It is complete. Finds their big wide receiver, Grant Alexander. They went 6'1", 180. Looks a little bigger than that to me. That's going to be a first down up to the 49-yard line for the Eagles.
Nick Babutis looked like he hurt his wrist on that play. Come walking over to the sideline. Right there, I think he might have hurt his wrist making that tackle. Can't afford to lose anybody else here.
Taking a look at that St. Xavier score as they host Saginaw Valley State today up in Chicago. St. Xavier being held out of the end zone 18-3 with about 8 minutes to go in the third quarter there. Another game we're going to keep our eyes on today. Roosevelt at Bethel, Tennessee. Bethel, the number 12 team in the NAIA. First down here for the Eagles. Mackey to the right of Edwards. On the ground for their All-American running back. And he's held up at the 46-yard line. It's a 5-yard pickup from Mackey, who very much like the Tumulties will fight you for every inch.
He's a tough runner.
Yeah.
Extremely quick. Any little seam he finds, boy, he gets up in it.
He's not done yet. He's not done yet.
Wow.
Yeah. Second down and 5 for the Eagles. Edwards claps, takes the snap, gives to Mackey again, ran into his offensive lineman, and then ran into a defensive lineman. Pat Stroja with the tackle.
The reason he ran into his offensive lineman is the Saints' defensive line got a great push there. They reestablished that line of scrimmage. They moved it back about 3 yards. Got for the quick out down here again.
Third down and 4 after the Mackey run. They're going to This one's tipped at the line and incomplete. Jared King dove in there a bit too late, brings up 4th down and 4.
Tried to hit the tight end up the seam off the play fake, and he kind of sidearmed it, and we were able to get a push and get a deflection here. Who was that? I think that was Stroh should have got his hand on the ball there for the knockdown. Nice play by Pat. Forces a Judson punt.
And here, if they give him a chance, could be some fireworks here for Joey Tumulty, standing at his 12-yard line. High snap, handled, nearly blocked. Low kick, will take a big hop. He's going to catch it, isn't he? Yeah. He's going to try to return it. All the way to the right. Out of bounds. Up to the 13-yard line. About a 10-yard return.
Yeah, there's no doubt when that ball he is not shy. He's going to get that thing and try and make something happen.
The way it was bouncing, it probably would have went in the end zone, but there was a chance that could have been down inside the 2 or 3 yard line there, so I could see where his head was at. But even if it wasn't, there's not a chance he's going to let that go.
Look at that right there. 2 guys makes them both miss. Nice comeback block. But they strung it out well. Didn't get a chance to turn the corner.
Roosevelt getting shut out at Bethel right now. 13-0. 8:47 to go in that game. Handoff inside. It is wrapped up at the 15-yard line. Nice carry by James Zillinger again, the junior out of Joliet West. Those two played together last couple of years at Joliet West High School. It's run by Zillinger.
There we go again where they're splitting out Friddle. We may see Tumulty motion with his little sweep play that he runs again. Nope.
Not this time. Fake to Zillinger. Carl to keep it. You can.
Look at the push he's given.
Still moving forward. Oh, a 9-yard carry, all about a yard shy of that first down.
9 yards in a scrum, boy. They were pushing, keeping their feet going, getting that extra yardage.
Roosevelt just scored their touchdown, so they're within a score of Bethel.
Well, that's a big game for them. Tumulty split wide over here this time. Gesh in the slot. There's that T look, the 2 backs in the backfield.
Judson showing a bit of pressure. They want to bring some extra guys here. Nope, they keep him back. Nice patient run inside. Zillinger again able to get 5 and a first down for the Saints.
Well, they do a good job finding those creases in that zone. You know, whether it hits outside or they cut it back up inside. These young backs are doing a nice job reacting off the zone blocks of their linemen.
And you can really see how the offense has not changed at all with the difference between Sam and Carl. They're running the exact same plays, exact same reads. Oh, Zillinger popped in the backfield. That'll be no gain.
Yeah, that time I think they brought somebody extra. We didn't have a blocker for them. Got some penetration. But you're right. It's the same plays. They just maybe do a little twist with some of the personnel, like using Tumulty motion as a running back, but it's still the same play. It's the same blocking scheme. It's the same action. They just got these little tweaks they do to it to give their best personnel a chance to carry the ball.
And Joey, the single wide receiver down here to the left here on 2nd down and 10. And that one gets over the head of Carl. Second time we've seen that today. He was unable to pick it up immediately, but able to get it on his second try. And it's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Second time a snap has gone over the head of Carl Bew.
That's the one thing that's been a concern today has been the snaps. It's about the 3rd snap that we've had difficulty with. And that's something we definitely need to clean up as we move forward.
Yeah, you might be able to get away with that against the Eagles, but with teams like Olivet still on the schedule, they're not going to let that slide.
We've got 3rd and forever here.
They need to get to the 38 for a first down. They're back at the 7, so about 3rd and 31. Carl in his end zone. Fires down and has Jordan. Oh, he was wide open. And he does make the first down past the 50-yard line. Another big play for Dezion Jordan. The discussion around Dezion Jordan was he's usually good for about a 27 to 30-yard catch a game. And what a time for it here.
4 verticals. He's got 4 guys running down the field, and that seam always opens up. It puts a safety in the bind when you're running 4 verticals down the field, especially when they have a cover 3 situation. And wide open, a little bit underthrown, but a great run after catch.
48-yard strike to Dezion Jordan on his first catch of the game. Or second catch, pardon me. First down for the Saints, and it was a wide open receiver, but look at Zillinger with a tough run inside. He's trying to bounce it out, can't quite get there, but it is enough to move the chains again.
I like what the Saints are doing here, getting these young running backs a chance to run the ball. Also, you want to limit the number of hits on your quarterback, seeing you're already in a situation where, it's your second quarterback this half. And then the fact that he was able to pick up the third down conversion. But look at that run there. Excellent.
I know he was a wide open receiver, Dezion Jordan was, but Carl, you recognized it right away and threw a perfect ball.
Yep.
First down. Fake to Zillinger. Nice block out to Joey in space. Inside, makes in miss. Gets to the 20 before he's tripped up. That's enough for 13 yards and a first down, though.
I don't know if I would give Joey that much cushion out there,
That's an automatic 13, 14 yards every time.
Every time.
Great view of it here at the sidelines.
They're taking advantage of it. They see what the defense is offering them, and they're taking advantage of it. Again, here you could see Joey now to the right. You could see he tightened up a little bit more on him, the safety did.
Joey's going to go out and block on the run play.
Look at him battling. That's it.
5-yard pickup, second down up to the 15. Under 2 minutes to go, third quarter.
Yeah, they're just sticking with this outside zone blocking and continuing to get good positive yards. Good push there.
Last 2 plays have put the Saints over 300 yards of total offense on 44 plays, averaging 7.2 a play. Judson, 35 plays, 165 total yardage. Zillinger left of view.
There's
Tumulty motions.
Tumulty.
Tried to cut it up to Hash. Breaks 1, breaks 2. Runs over a third to the 8-yard line.
Felt our halfback should have blocked, kicked out the slot defender there, but Tumulty made a miss anyway. He got positive yards. If you look right here, here's the guy right there. We missed the kick out on number 4, but Tumulty, with his athleticism, was able to make a miss. The good thing was he continued upfield to get another block.
Joey already has 2 rushing touchdowns out of his wide receiver spot. And he will go out into a route this time. Carl's going to keep it. Brings it inside the 5 on a first and goal. It's going to be second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Just running the offense. What we've seen all year. Just some new personnel in there, but they're doing an excellent job up front, getting a big push on the Judson's defensive line.
You mentioned how Nick Mabudis, as we see the replay here, Nick Mabudis hurt his wrist, and he's all wrapped up right now. His entire body is actually wrapped up to stabilize his arm.
Oh, it looks like it might be a shoulder.
Yeah, shoulder or keeping that wrist still. Yeah, it could go either way. Not exactly sure what's in it. Kept his pads and helmet on while wrapping his entire body to stabilize his arm.
Well, you worry if he didn't maybe pop that shoulder out when he went to that low tackle.
There he is.
The way they got it hanging there, that's what it looks like. It might be a shoulder.
We'll talk to his dad. I assume. I don't know that for sure. Who else would come down to the fence to talk to an injured Nick Mabudis?
Wow.
And that's talking about something you don't need if you're the Saints. We talked about, but if you joined us after the start of this game. The injuries are racking up here for the Saints. Sam Tumulty not able to go today. Keenan Haley not able to go today offensively. On the defensive side, Mike Johnson and Scott Tumulty unable to go today, which also affects the special teams because Scott was your returner. So every phase of the game has the most productive players not able to go. And that is in addition to Ryan Little, who was injured earlier this season, who was so promising to be one of the better downfield threats for St. Francis. So you want to talk about the injury bug taking a bite. Take a huge bite, and this is just in addition to that, seeing Nick Mabudis wrapped up with that left arm.
Yeah, we don't need any more injuries, especially, in our secondary.
All right, flipping the field here as we start our fourth quarter. Jake Friddle gets the carry to the 2-yard line.
Well, I talked to Joe about the tight ends. He didn't say anything about him running from the running back position today.
We talked about him being involved in the passing game, but that's the first time we've seen a tight end get a carry in a long time. I can't remember over the last few seasons that we've had a tight end carry the football. Looks like he's taking a spot back there again.
Again, using their personnel with the shortage, losing Keenan Haley today, and they run that formation where he lead blocks all the time. So that's what you're thinking, he's going to go in motion or lead block, and here they give him the ball.
Well, he'll be on the left side to block this time. Carl rolls out.
What a route.
Throws it to the outside. Touchdown, Joey Tumulty, his first receiving touchdown of the game, his third overall. It has been the Carl Bew, Joey Tumulty show today.
You can't cover him. He runs a route like that out. You're going to play him one-on-one in the red zone. Watch this route. In move, and he whips back to the outside. You can't see it from that angle, but unbelievable separation he gets with that little whip route where he starts in and then reverse pivots and runs back to the flat.
A nice, perfect, accurate ball by Carl on the run as well. Snap is down. Hold is down. Kick is up, and it is good. 48, make it 49.
Look at the route here.
14.
In, out. Look at that separation he gets. So quick, so elusive. He drove that corner in and then made a great cut to the outside.
And that is the very first touchdown pass of Carl Bew's young career. Congratulations, Carl.
Yes. Great start to
first
your career
of many,
here.
I'm hoping.
Yes.
Just don't get hurt. It's Nick Mabudis there wrapped up Joey Tumulty, his third touchdown of the game. First on the receiving side. He already has 2 rushing touchdowns. So combined, Joey Tumulty has 40 rushing yards and 33 receiving yards.
3 touchdowns.
And
right?
3 touchdowns, yes.
Not a bad afternoon.
This one will be a booming kick with the wind right behind Brian Mayday. You ready? You ready? Let's go. Oh, he decided to kick it short. Oh, it just checks up like one of your sand wedges there, Coach, at the 5-yard line. But a nice return to get it out to the 10 for Judson.
Yeah, but if it was my sandwich, it would have ended up on track, not down the middle.
Carl Bew looking good today in his home debut. Started up at Lawrence Tech for an injured Sam Tumulty and starting here at home for the first time for an injured Sam Tumulty. Interesting little side note to this is the plan going into the year was to have Carl redshirt this year. So he would have all 4 years of eligibility after Sam would graduate. But obviously this being his second start, I believe if he starts another one, this would be considered a year. But if he doesn't, then he can continue to redshirt. So we'll see. That one's incomplete. The flag comes out on the pass interference on Matthew Perry.
Well, I know that sometimes you have the plans you'd like to, but the fact that he's been forced into action and the way he's played today, coaching staff has to feel very positive about his future. He's made some great decisions. He's made some nice throws, runs the ball well. And he's only going to get better. This is going to be a good confidence builder for him.
Yep.
And he still has Sam there to help teach him too. You know, Sam, the leader that he is, will be very positive support for Carl moving forward too. McCarthy does a great job of coaching the quarterbacks, being a great quarterback himself in his day. I think Ferris State, right?
Yep. Throwing that post route again. Nice move, and up to the 40-yard line for Grant Alexander again.
Well, he's got that little sidearm, doesn't he? He just kind of zips it, drops it down to the side, and finds it. Look at the play fake of that sidearm. Like a gunslinger. They like that route. The slant and the out. Well, I got a big fullback here in the wing here.
Clamp in the snap. Southpaw fires down the middle of the field. Same route, and a beautiful catch in traffic by Alexander again, tackled by Matthew Perry.
Well, Alexander's their guy. That's the guy they like to go to in the passing game. Look at the zip again. Sidearm, right on the money. Right, that's pretty good coverage there by the Saints. They're going hurry up again. They're not wasting any time. Mackey off tackle.
Alexander, the second leading receiver coming into the game today behind Cathcart.
They've really picked the tempo up here, Nick. They're going again quick.
2nd and 5. Mackey to the right of Edwards. They're going to throw it. They're going to look for Alexander again, but overshot him this time going into the end zone. 12:25 to go here in the game, 49-14.
Nice coverage there by Cooper over the top.
Brian Mayday there with the pink sleeves. Carl Bew, number 13. 2 very good weeks for those two Saints. Your quarterback of the future, Saints fans. Well, the future's now, thanks to the injury to Sam. It looks like the future is bright. Get out your sunglasses, Coach. 2nd and 5. Quick throw to the outside. Ooh. Incomplete. And
tried to run that quick out again. He just never got his feet set up. We got a flag here now.
He's in the offensive backfield. Was it a roughing the passer?
No, it was the 2 linemen, I think. I don't know if it got a little chippy there. And
I was watching Keemon Reese finish that tackle, but
it's their right tackle, big right tackle.
Off the screen, unfortunately for us.
Yeah, they seem to kind of wrestle out there, and I don't know if someone got thrown down or. Yeah, just offsetting.
Yeah. Marcelo Bernardi and Josh Mason going at it. Offset, so it'll be 2nd down, or 3rd down and 5. They haven't flipped over the down marker on the other side of the field yet.
Say doing a little bit of subbing on defense. Carson Hansen coming in a linebacker. And some other guys in the game.
3rd down and 5 for the Eagles here. 12:22 to go in the game. Take a look at the next couple of weeks here for St. Francis as they go into the last quarter of the season. Mackey to the left of Edwards. Trips off right. Edwards goes upfield. Those 2 guys are going at it again.
Nice job.
And another flag comes out with those 2 battling. Nice job defensively, but I was keeping my eyes in the backfield there between the same 2 guys that got the penalty, and they're going to get Bernardi, I think, for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty because they were both kind of pushing and shoving, but the Judson defender's the one that hit the ground. So I think they're going to penalize St. Francis. Marcelo Bernardi getting some playing time, the redshirt freshman defensive end. We'll see if we can see it on the replay again, but it was, you see 78 and our right there, there's, it's going to be, but yeah, they're going to call it on St. Francis just because, you know, it's not the first person who instigates, it's always the last one.
And that was still during the play when he threw him down, and then it was the fight on the when they were both on the ground. That's, I think, when the penalty happened.
It's actually the right tackle, Braden Miller for Judson, the freshman out of District Heights, Maryland, getting into it with Bernardi for the Saints. That gives them the first down on the penalty. 12:08 to go. Mackey on the handoff. Nice blocking out front to the 5, to the 3. It's a first down. First and goal here for Judson.
Good execution, Judson that time, running, setting the edge on the outside. Look here, they get our defensive end turned. Follows his fullback. There's a nice lane on the outside to run. Picks up. There's another first down.
Logan Johnson, Jared King there for the tackle. First and goal. They put it at the 4-yard line.
Wildcat again, huh? We got 11 at the quarterback.
Anthony Cathcart runs left, nothing there, goes back right. Nice open
play.
Field tackle. TJ Neal, only a 1-yard gain that time.
That was excellent play by TJ. Steps up, look at patient, reads it, slides. He doesn't overrun the first fake.
TJ, a 2-time league first-team linebacker for Saints have always had a good linebacker core. Seems like every year they restock at that position.
Yes, they do.
Mostly with local kids, too. Your JCAs, your Wests, Manuka.
Joe does a good job recruiting this area.
Edwards on the run. Here comes Keemon Reese behind him. He throws it in time. That's a touchdown. Cathcart was in the end zone when he made that catch. That is a touchdown for the Judson Eagles. 49-20. It's going to be 21 after the extra point. Cathcart's second touchdown.
Perry did a nice job of kind of almost like boxing out in basketball. Your sport, Nick. Look at how he's kind of, watch here, he's got his sealed, just got in front of him and just kept him to his backside and got open there. It's a heck of a throw, too, on the run.
Cathcart's second touchdown of the season, first here in the game. Nice job by Edwards to keep that play alive. And the flag comes in. Is that a delay?
We got offsides.
Another long touchdown drive for Judson. 9 plays, 90 yards. Marched nearly the entire length of the field in just under 4 minutes.
That penalty sure helped the drive, too, at the time.
Yeah, big personal foul penalty.
Looks like they're going for 2 here now. After the penalty, moves the ball just outside the 1-yard line, so they decided to go for 2 points.
And they have a running back to the right of Edwards and a fullback to the right of Mackey, the running back. Takes the snap, gives it to the Cathcart wide receiver, trying to string it out to the edge, and he got popped by Keemon Reese. And the attempt is no good.
That did not fool the Saints at all. When they put the motion, it was like one of those little tap passes, boom, right there, and then look at how the Saints string everything out. Excellent job of controlling the line of scrimmage, stringing the carrier, spilling it out to the outside to let the safeties and linebackers make a play. Unusual call for when you only got about 1.5 yards.
Yep.
To try and run that long of a developing play.
So for St. Francis after today, assuming they hang on, they'll go to 5-2 and 1-2 in the MSFA Midwest. They'll be on the road to take on St. Ambrose, one of the longest rivalries that St. Francis has in its history. And then after that game out in Davenport, we're back at home for the final home game of the year on October 28th. That'll be Olivet Nazarene, who I believe is the longest matchup that St. Francis has, playing Olivet nearly every single year.
Yep. I remember those days back in the late 80s playing Olivet, some great games there. Very first playoff game the Saints had back in '86 was against Ambrose. St. Ambrose, they had a great quarterback back then named Jackson, great running quarterback. But it's always been a great rivalry with those two schools.
And then the final game of the year will be on the road against this team we're seeing today, against Judson. Very rare that you have to play the same team twice in the same season, but with the way the conference kind of lined up with losing Trinity International and Missouri Baptist, and you had to fill an extra week, so Judson and St. Francis just decided to play each other twice. There are other teams who have decided to go other routes, like St. Ambrose, who has 2 bye weeks. They haven't played. They're not playing this week and didn't play last week either, so they're making up for it with just more rest. Here's Joey. Flag comes in as he's hit at the 38-yard line.
And might have a block in the back over here. Well, you could just see that he's electricity when he gets the ball. Anytime he could break it.
Check in on some of those other MSFA games here, see if St. Xavier's given Saginaw Valley State any trouble. Not quite yet. Still 18-3. Saginaw Valley on top of St. Xavier in Chicago. They're just underway in their fourth quarter. Roosevelt's giving up a little more ground to number 12 Bethel, just underway in their fourth quarter. It's 23-7. Roosevelt unable really to get anything going offensively against a real tough defensive Bethel team. Just 3 for 10 on third down in that one. And they really hang their hat on running the ball.
Oh, nice pass.
As we see this one caught downfield. Jake Friddle finally gets his catch of the game.
They're really using the tight ends down the seam route. We had a little play action. Watch him zip this ball in here. This is what I like. He steps up, and that ball is fired. Good coverage, but he puts it right only where our receiver could catch the ball, where Friedel could catch the ball. Right on the numbers there. That was his best throw of the day. That was Bue's best throw of the day by far.
Here he is again in the shotgun on first down. Play action to Gavin, trying to run it this time. Nothing inside, goes outside. Look out now. Carl slides at around the 48-yard line of Judson. That's a pickup of 8. Thought he could probably break that tackle too.
Yes, he made a nice little jump cut to the outside, found the seam. I like the way the Saints are sustaining their blocks. They're staying on their block, and then finally, you get a little push. He's able to bounce out in that open area.
9:06 to go in our game here.
You can see that the Saints are milking the clock a little bit here, taking their time.
2nd and 2 for Bue and company. Takes the snap. This one goes to Williams. No room inside for James. No gainer. 3rd down and 2.
Nothing there. Short yardage situation. They really stacked the middle of the formation there and stuffed it.
James Williams, only 4 carries coming into today. Last year, got a fair amount, 32 carries, 127 yards.
Got their 2 tight ends in again. 1 back. One of their favorite sets where they have the 2 tight ends at the wing. Running back to the strong side.
Safety coming up for Judson.
That's usually a quarterback power to that side.
That's what they're doing. Not a lot of room.
Get it.
Defended well by the Eagles that time. No gain on that play. Brings up 4th down and 2. I think I like St. Francis for 2, but Brian Mayday's like, should I go? Should I go? Nope. Offense will stay on the field. Here's Carl. This could not quite make a hole for Bew to run through.
No, last 2 plays, their defensive line stiffened up pretty good here.
Joey Tumulty's yelling at Carl. Let's see if he gets the ball here. 2 safeties deep. Corners are deep.
There's no help over the top. We were 1-on-1 over there.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Joey had a deep route here.
No, they're going to try to run it for the first. They got it. Carl Bew runs it to the 37-yard line. And a pickup of about 13 and a first down for the Saints. 7:08 to go. Clock ticking here in Joliet.
That's their bread and butter play where they read it. They either hand it or fake it and keep it and run up. Boom, there it is. Right off tackle there.
If they run that play again, Coach, tell us what the read is. Who does Carl key on, whether to hand that ball off or to keep it? Is it that defensive end when he's coming around?
Yes, but I think this last one, though, was a design play that he was going to keep it. But, yes, you're exactly right. He reads the end and pull it or keep it.
Yeah, it's a penalty all day long looking for Dan Getch. And the flag comes out. I love a lob pass to Dan Getch. You'd let him go up and get it, and I like him against pretty much any defensive back out here.
You got your 2 tight ends. You got Getch running a wheel route from the tight end position to the outside, and, yeah, he grabbed him.
Yeah, DeHavion Allen was pretty much pushing him all the way downfield. Like, you're not going to get close to this ball, sir. First down, they move it to the 23-yard line.
We've really seen the tight ends have a bigger role in the passing game as of late here for the Saints.
This is Dezion Jordan territory. You're about 27 yards out-ish. He's notorious for 27-yard receptions.
I like, too, where they put their 2 wide receivers, Jordan and Tumulty, to the same side. And then you got your 2 big tight ends to the other side. So you got a heavy run strong to one side, and you got 2 difficult receivers to defend to the other side. There's the roll.
Fake today. Checks it down to Friddle. Only there for 3. Thought they might give Dezion Jordan the ball downfield, but not that time.
Yeah, with the roll. They ran Jordan. It looked like he ran him more on a post route with a roll that way.
Yeah,
Tough to get the ball
and the fake and the roll took a little longer than probably what they thought they would too. Trips off left. Friddle is all alone here down to the right in the bottom of your screen. Snap to Carl. Designed run for the quarterback. Looking for a little help on the blocking. Couldn't quite get it. Only able to get 2. So 3rd down and 4 for St. Francis.
Just a little lead play for the quarterback. Again, putting the 3 wide receivers to the left and trying to run him to the right side. Create a number situation, hopefully, where they outnumber them to the short side of the field.
Clouds are starting to thin out a little bit here. A nice little uptick in brightness. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's been a cloudy, rainy, last 4 days here in the Joliet area. Hopefully these clouds get out of here sooner rather than later. Corners backing off. They're going to keep it on the ground today. Power run inside up to the 13, close to a first down. Looks like he'll be a yard shy, so 4th and 1 situation again. I see no reason to kick it.
No, to go when they ran that play, they were probably thinking they were going to go for it on 4th down if it got to that point. 2 run plays to get a first down. No hurry here.
No, sir. 5:02 to go. Dezion Jordan, single coverage left. Safety shaded over to our side with Jake Friddle and Joey Tumulty. Handoff to Day. He'll pick up the necessary 4, and he'll pick up the other 12 as well. Touchdown, Gavin Day.
Excellent blocking. Zone play to the right. Day read. Little cutback, little jump cut to his left, and right up through the hole. And excellent run, excellent vision by Day.
Gavin Day's second touchdown run of the game.
Yeah, he's had a very good day today. Day's had a good day.
3
Excellent
touchdowns this year for the redshirt freshman running back out of Southwestern High School in Brighton. Extra point.
Uh-oh, here we go
Good.
again. We're
and
getting
some
chippy
punching.
again.
And, yes. And you can, not that there's any excuse for actually throwing punches, but you understand the frustration. Oh, it looks like they got him a little bit below the belt there. Is Ryan Heersink. A bit of a pain. As we watch Gavin Day's second touchdown run of the afternoon.
Look how he made that nice jump cut to his left and excellent blocking. And then he took it north and south for the touchdown.
Let the referee sort things out here. Getting his thoughts together.
Personal foul. Defense. That 15-yard penalty enforced on the kickoff.
Nothing we didn't already know. They'll put the 15 yards on the kickoff. See if Gavin has one of those dump kicks that probably will end up around the 5-yard line this time. Or if he'll just put it through the back.
Yeah.
Pretty strong breeze still right at his back. He can put this one through the uprights if he wanted to.
Yeah. I with the score and everything, I'd say just kick it through the end zone.
I bet she's going to try to kick a field goal here. Because it is a strong win, and it is right at his back. So, and with the long run-up on the kickoff, he's got a pretty strong leg. .445 to go. St. Xavier falling further behind Saginaw Valley State, 25-3. Same thing with Roosevelt falling further behind to Bethel, 37-7.
Wow. Bethel turned it on, huh?
Yes, they did. No, he's giving them a chance to return it. 5-yard line. Goes left, fakes right, comes back left, runs out of bounds at the 15. 10-yard return from Avant Rowe, the wide receiver.
Yeah, that was an excellent kick to be able to, have
control
that
the
kind
wind,
of touch. Yeah, put it right down inside the 5-yard line.
He must practice.
Yep. Yeah, they do all those different type of kicks. When you got a kicker that can judge distance like that and be able to drop the ball in different spots, that really going to help your coverage. And you're keeping teams from getting just the automatic 25-yard line. You're forcing them to go 85 and 80 yards rather than 75 yards on a drive.
Aiden Edwards in that shotgun again. Has Mackey on his right. Cathcart motions to the right. They're going to roll that way, throw it to Cathcart, the motion man, but it goes incomplete. Threw it right at his shoelaces. 4:35 to go, 56-20. St. Francis on top big here. St. Francis is 2-0 all-time against the Eagles. Again, this is just the third year of existence for this Judson program. St. Francis beating them the previous two. It was 34-0 in their first game in 2021. 45-16 last year.
Reeves got off the ball quick. He was at the backfield right away on that play.
St. Francis giving up 20 points, which is actually under their average for the year. They are the fourth best scoring defense in the nation, only letting up 13.7 points per game. And this is actually the most points Judson has scored all year. They haven't put up any more than 14 points in a contest. They put up 14 against Siena Heights and Olivet Nazarene. That's the most points that they scored in a game. So this 20 sets the new mark for them this season. St. Francis 9th in the nation in passing defense. They give up 145 yards through the air. 13th best rushing defense in the country, allowing just 267 rushing yards. Or I should say total, I'm sorry. 13th best defense in total yardage. St. Francis opponents only averaging about 267 total yards. As it sits right now, it's exactly where Judson is, 225 total yards for the Eagles today. Saints over 400 yards of offense after that Gavin Day touchdown run. 58 plays for St. Francis today, 406 yards. 155 through the air, 251 on the ground. Led by Carl Bew again, 170 yards on 24 carries for the freshman QB. And he really didn't, the longest one was only 24 yards, so just a heavy dose, averaging about 7 yards a carry was Carl.
Excellent day for him.
Edwards downfield. That one's going to be tipped by Matt Perry and incomplete, intended for Cathcart down the left sideline. They're starting to throw downfield here. Those defensive backs' eyes are going to get a bit wider.
Yes, it's just an opportunity to continue to work on your offense. Like you said, this is a young program. I really like the way their quarterback is. He threw the ball well today, I thought. Yep. A little sidearm action.
Edwards, 64%. He's only about 45% average through this year. There it is again, Cathcart on the crossing route. Nice move. Drug down at 26. That's a first down.
Yep. Nice run after catch. Very quick receiver.
Edwards, 45% coming into today, but today 64% average. 17 for 26, 2 touchdowns, no picks.
Looks like we got a lot of new Saints in on defense.
Sure do.
Get a chance to play today.
Felicimi, number 44, one of the defensive ends. What else we got out there?
55.
It's Alan Richards, linebacker. Nice burst of speed by Brandon Mackey. Bounces off one, gets through another, off to the races. Pushes off another one. Matthew Perry and Brandon Mackey collide on the sideline.
I tell you, Mackey's a load.
Dude, he is. We've seen him play last 2 years. He's a junior. Like I said, over 1,200 yards last year. The guy's a baller. He can run the ball.
Quick, physical, very strong.
Watch this at the end. Both went flying.
Yeah.
Both of them popped right back up, too. Mackey again. A slow developing play, but he gets through, pushes his way up into the
Look at that stiff arm.
Matt Perry again meets Brandon Mackey 20 yards downfield. Mackey a little bit hurt. That would be a shame.
Yeah, it would be. Maybe he's just exhausted.
Yeah.
Look at this run here. Watch the stiff arm coming up right there. Got separation, bounced it out. Got kind of twisted there as he went down.
And kind of planted his head into the turf.
Yeah, he looks all right. He's walking.
He's coming back onto the field. Oh, no, that's Cathcart. Pardon me. 2:59 to go. Injury timeout. First down and 10 at the 13. There's Brandon Mackey. Might just be tired. 2 long, tough runs.
He looks pretty good there. Yeah. That's good news. See if the Saints can hold here. Some of the new players in the game. Be nice to get a goal line stands here.
Going for Cathcart. Couldn't quite get turned around.
Coverage. Attaboy.
Went right through his hands. Covered on the play by, you have to pardon us while we look up some numbers here. 23?
I don't even see him on the roster.
Yeah, there you go. That's how deep they're going. I got the number right?
33.
23.
23.
No,
yeah.
Okay. Jalen Cooper still in there at safety. Play action, same play. They've connected on that play a few times, and this one's for a touchdown. Goes to Grant Alexander again, his second touchdown of the game. Alexander's over 120 yards receiving.
Yeah, he's had a good day. This play, this little sidearm slant route that he just whips it right in there.
T.J. Butler with the hit at the end, just not enough. And honestly, when you're 0-5 down 56-26, you do have to take a little bit of pleasure and celebrate those wins when you can. So I don't mind them celebrating.
You need to work on, and play the game. You know, they're going to get better and better as they go through. And
what does that mean? There's a illegal man on the field there. Another long touchdown drive, though, for Judson. 69 yards. Had an 8-play. The 2-point try is no good. 8-play, 92-yard touchdown. And a 7-play, 80-yard touchdown.
That's something to really build on for their offense.
Yeah, the offense didn't look bad today. Like I said, the most points they've scored all year was 14. They did that twice. So coming in here against St. Francis and putting 26 on them is something to be proud of.
They got some nice weapons, you know. The running back, Mackey, a couple good wide receivers. Their quarterback showed that he can throw the ball both to the outside and over the middle.
Yep.
They just probably need some work with their lines, you know. If they get a little bit more development in their offensive and defensive line, they could be a pretty good football team.
And, of course, under a new head coach, had Pavlicek, the head coach who started the program for the first 2 years, but he was let go, and now Quinton Demps, the former NFL defensive back and returner, now leading this team, his first head coaching job. Was an assistant coach at Trinity International and then an assistant coach here at Judson, coaching the DBs, obviously, before he took over the head coaching job this year. Obviously, coming to play for an NFL player is going to be a recruiting tool. Like, how cool is that, right? You obviously are coming in to be taught, especially if you're a DB, to be taught by somebody who played at the very highest level there is to play in the sport. So that's going to be something that I assume their secondary was going to get better in the next couple of years.
And the fact that, you know, he had all the experience he's had and people he met bringing in coaches.
Yeah. You see Jalen Cooper directing some traffic as they knew the onside kick probably was going to come, but it did not. Jalen Cooper, let's see if he wants to return one. He's going to try. Yeah, I'm good. Not my job. Not my job, says number 5. What a great kid, Jalen Cooper, one of the hardest workers on the team, and he also is on the maintenance staff at St. Francis.
Yeah.
As a part of his work study. Just one of the hardest worker, kindest kids. Love talking to him before and after the games.
Well, love guys like that are working to pay their tuition and playing ball, and
he's
you know.
And he's not afraid to stick somebody too. Like he'll go out there and make plays, interceptions. Yeah, we're gonna miss him when he's gone. He's a lot of fun to watch. Jalen Cooper, graduate student, so in his final year here in the brown and gold, out of Edwardsville, down south. Owen McGuire getting his first action of the season. Owen McGuire out of Plainfield South, a redshirt freshman. Tall kid, 6'4", 225.
Yeah.
Do I see those? Yeah, those are shadows. Holy cow, is the sun got blue skies? Yeah. Sun's coming out. See, you know, the camera crew was complaining about the weather. It's beautiful. What are you talking about? What's there to complain about? It's gorgeous out here. Down goes, was that Zillinger, I believe?
Yes, that was Zillinger.
Approaching our 2-minute warning here. Wind is still howling, that's for sure. Just the sun coming out. There's Zillinger after the carry. Of course, you see a lot more pink in the month of October, some pink shoes and towels and sleeves. You see the wind still blowing here. That's directly out of the north. The field situated north and south. With St. Francis going south, so they got the wind at their back right now for the final 1:57 timeout called by Judson here. How about that? Your final 2 minutes of the game, the sun comes out.
Yeah. It's beautiful now.
Yeah. Nice weather to clean up, huh?
Well, it's great the Saints get a great win today. Some young players got a chance to talk. I think the word of the day was opportunity, right?
Yep,
Nick?
that was the word of the day.
And they got an opportunity, made the best of it. A lot of positive things that I know Coach Curry and his staff will take from this game as they get ready for Ambrose next week. But all in all, I thought a very successful day for the Saints. I'm sure there's some things on defense they like to clean up, but very good to see the way they bounce back.
3rd down and 4 for Owen. Lets it go to the outside. That's a nice ball. Looks like it was complete, but no. It looks like he had to jump and be pushed out of bounds. Incomplete for redshirt freshman Pete Sumis out of Hermantown, Minnesota, transferring from University of Minnesota Duluth. Love calling these names. Get some playing time.
Isn't it great?
Love it. And watch this ball here. Okay, so we're about to see a punt from Adrian Guerrero, the freshman from Lombard, Willowbrook High School, by the way.
Yeah.
I've been watching him warm up. This is his first time he's going to get a chance to play. Watching him warm up, the kid's got just an explosive leg. Let's see if he can get one here. Oh, not that time. Off the side of his foot.
A little pressure there.
Yeah, a little bit. First kick of your college career. I was hoping for you there, buddy. I wanted you to get one there, Adrian.
Yeah, it's a little different when guys are coming at you.
Yeah.
You're kicking than when you're warming up.
God, I wanted him to get that one so bad.
He will.
I would have looked so smart, Coach.
He will. It's there. It looks like it's there.
It is. Him and Brian Madej warming up punting. It's amazing seeing those two kick. So after the game, we'll get our post-game conversation. Who do you want to talk to, Coach? Carl or Joey?
Wow, that's a tough choice.
Yeah, I know, right? I can we get both of them? Who's the better conversation there? Who's going to give us more? Let's talk to Carl. It's nice to see Carl get his just his second start. Joey's been on the field all the time, but Carl's first home start of his collegiate career.
What's exciting? You're talking about 2 freshmen.
Yeah, 2 freshmen. You're absolutely right.
How good does the future look? Those guys.
Start thinking about what we want to talk to Carl about here. Getting his second collegiate win, first here at home. 90 seconds to go in this one.
Well, I think it's great because this was probably the first week where he's worked with the number 1 offense all week, in preparation. And to come out, and I thought he had great command of the offense, made some great plays.
That's another one on that post route that they complete to Alexander, and his huge day continues.
Boy, does he throw the post well. Man,
25 yards there, and you got Alexander up near 150 yards receiving. First down, up to the 29. 24-yard strike, 157 yards for Alexander on 9 catches, 2 touchdowns. This one comes out. St. Francis picks it up. First turnover of the game, and here we go again. And Jared King able to pick it up, and he's going to go slam dunk the basketball here as we see it pop out right at the end. Nice hit. Who dislodged that? Was that Cooper? King picks it up.
Yep, I think it was.
And he's going to get his turnover slam dunk. Slamming that down was Demarius Farmer, actually. It must have been King who dislodged it. I love to see the defense. That's their touchdown. That's their version of a touchdown. First down for Owen McGuire and company. Zillinger. Tough run.
Yep.
Hit by Darius Beckham, the safety. Under a minute to play. See if they let Owen McGuire throw one here. They're probably going to run this one out the final 26 seconds. The play clock's off, but I imagine there's a bit of a difference. One more snap ought to do it. Hand off to James.
Yep,
Pick up 5, and that'll take us to the end of our ball game here. And we still got one of the Judson players on the St. Francis sideline. I think it was because
drove him.
Sorgia had blocked him. Holy cow. And getting back on the winning ways, here are the Saints. They'll win this one 56-26 in a heck of a home debut for the Saints fans for the quarterback of the future, Carl Bew. 10 for 12 through the air, 24 carries, 170 yards, and 2 touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 1 through the air. Pretty impressive. No interceptions, didn't fumble the ball. What more could you ask for out of a freshman quarterback in just his second start, huh?
No, I thought he did an excellent job. Like I said, managing the offense, the running game. He's a threat in the running game. Threw the ball very well, and I think that the future looks good. He's only going to get better. That's the great thing. You know, this game is going to go a long way to build his confidence, and the fact that he has a couple wins under his belt now, and I think that the future looks very bright for this young man.
And not just him, right? All the freshmen that Joey Tumulty's got another 4 years of playing here. Some of the defenders also on the underclassmen who will be here for a while. Sam Tumulty, let's not forget, is only a junior. He's got another year to go as well. So
exactly,
it's going to be a fun next couple. It's been a fun few years. It's going to hopefully continue as long as everyone can stay healthy and keep contributing.
Yeah, that's the key. And what you've seen today is the Saints, Coach Curry mentioned next guy up. And the next guys up today came through. And like I said, with more playing experience, with more practice time, with Carl working with the first unit in practice, and you're just gonna see the continued improvement. But this is a big win today. Coming off 2 very tough losses with the injuries to come out, and right off the bat they showed it defensively, special teams, offensively. It was played well all throughout. I know there's a few things that the coaching staff would like to clean up, some of those snaps situations, and maybe some of the things in the passing game defensively. But all in all, I thought it was an excellent comeback by the Saints today.
Again, we're talking about the young players, and none of the players on the offensive line are seniors either. You got a freshman, 2 juniors, and 2 sophomores. So they're going to be working together for a while too, which will be fun to see them all come together and gel and improve.
That is fantastic to have that many underclassmen who's playing this well this year, because you're saying you're 2 plays away from being undefeated.
Yep.
And with all those young players, the future is very exciting.
Both St. Xavier and Roosevelt lost today in non-conference games. Another game we're going to be keeping an eye on, too, Concordia and Marion on the Mideast side. We failed to keep tabs on that, but that'll be fun to watch. Hey, next week on the road, St. Francis takes on the Bees of St. Ambrose, who are winless as well. They're 0-5 right now, so a down year for St. Ambrose, but you never know what the Bees are going to bring to you. So we're going to go out to Davenport, bring you that game here on the YouTube channel as well. Olivet Nazarene is our final home game. If you're going to come out, hopefully you can come out for that one. Halloween, it's the Saturday before Halloween, so October 28th to take on the Tigers. Whenever St. Francis and Olivet Nazarene get together, it doesn't matter, football, basketball, checkers. It's always a fun matchup for that. And then the final home game is against Judson. We're going to be up at their place next time. That'll be the final game of the season on November 11th. Coach Joe Curry down on the field. Coach, you needed a comeback game, and today was a good one, and your freshmen played amazing today.
Yeah, they did. There was, like I said earlier, it's always a good thing to get some freshmen some time, and today we were able to do that. Sloppy, but some of that's to be expected with some of the new guys. But I think it just shows how much we dominated and how much, we as coaches talk about how much we can improve little things here and there, defensively, certain coverages, certain reads. just offensively, just making the right reads and putting the ball where it's supposed to. Carl played unbelievable today, but I know he missed a few reads where he was supposed to throw it to Joey out there, but he just took it and ran and got 7-8 yards, so nobody really noticed. But hopefully we can improve on those things.
Yeah, that was good. That was going to be my question. Are we happy with how Carl read the offense and reading those keys in his second start?
Yeah, I mean, overall, listen, we've always said that when you ask a quarterback to make a decision and read every play, if he's 75% on those, that's a hell of a day. Yep. So, and he missed a few, but he'll learn from that. But I think that largely he made the right read and put the ball where it was supposed to be. And we talked to our offense about ball security. I think offensively we did a great job of that today. Although I know we missed some snaps and those sort of things, but it was a little bit treacherous down here at times.
Yeah, no, it certainly was.
Yeah, I like the little wrinkle you did offensively, Coach, with using Tumulty as a running back basically by putting him in that motion. It wasn't quite jet motion, but you brought him back to almost like a running back position, run some sweeps with him, run around end, and then play action off it, and then and run your quarterback. I thought that was a nice wrinkle, adding Tumulty into the running backs.
Yeah, I mean, and Joey can carry the football, and that's something that when you start the week, you start the week and try to say, hey, how can we get the ball in our playmakers' hands as easily as we possibly can? And running the football is pretty easy to be able to put it in his hands, But again, we got to make the right reads and all those different things. But we put it in his hands. I think I like what he did today, and just continues to be a heck of a player for us, especially in space. It's fun to watch.
Right. Any way to get him the ball, huh, Coach?
Anyway.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate your time.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Coach Curry picks up win number 62 of his 12 years at the helm of the Saints. And we'll go down to talk to our starting quarterback today, Carl Bew, down on the field. First off, Carl, we're saying your name right? We got to get it right because we're going to be saying your name quite a bit. It's Carl Bew, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, your second start, your first home start, couldn't have gone much better than this. How you feeling after getting 2 starts under your belt?
Feeling pretty good. For the most part, I was prepared going into both of those weeks. We do a good job of preparation, so I was feeling good beforehand after the game.
Well, you threw the ball well, you ran the ball well, but you got to give credit where it's due. You had some receivers making plays out there, and your offensive line seemed to open up some holes for you.
Yes, sir. Friddle, Dez, Joey, all those guys, studs, man. O-linemen, studs. They do a great job keeping protecting and keeping my helmet clean for sure.
And having those tight ends, because typically for St. Francis, those tight ends are in there to block and support the running game the best they can, and it seems like they're doing a good job in that, but it seems like they're a lot more involved in the passing game as well. Is it nice having those 2 big targets to throw to down the middle?
Yeah, it is nice. It's also nice to reward them too, because they do just as much as the O-line in the trenches, making sure we can get around the edge, we can get in between the tackles. So it's nice to reward them in the pass game every now and then. So
what would you rather do? Do you like to run the ball with the ball in your hands? Do you like to throw? What's more? What do you like to do better?
I'm a quarterback at heart, so I like to pass. But whatever I need to do to get the job done, I'll run too. So.
You know what's cool too is it seems like the offense doesn't change much between whether it's you taking the snaps or if it's Sam taking the snaps. Seems like both of you guys kind of can run the offense the exact same way.
Yeah, and that's the beauty coming in with somebody like Sam and competing with him. It's just like we can bounce our ideas off each other. We can pick each other's mind. So, yeah, definitely being in this offense, it flows the same,
Yep, and do you learn a lot from him? What's it like working with Sam Tumulty in that quarterback room?
I learned a lot from him. He's a great teammate, first and foremost. Before I even got to know him, when I came in for spring ball this semester, he just made sure I was fine before I can even step on the field. So he's just been a great teammate for me before I can even put on pads, and he's very intelligent to the game of football. He's making sure I'm all right.
Well, we're really glad you stayed in Joliet, my man. You're fun to watch. We look forward to many more of those types of games. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
It's quarterback Carl Bew out of Joliet West. Appreciate it, man. You can go back to your team. Appreciate it. And humble guy.
Very humble guy. First thing that came across in that interview with him.
Yeah, giving credit to everyone else, even after he puts up 170 yards on the ground and 155 through the air and 3 touchdowns. It's not a bad day for a true freshman. Even talking to us, seems like more mature than his age would show.
Yes, he does. He's a fantastic leader, you could tell, and he's going to step right in and do a great job for the Saints. I was very impressed with the way he played, and even more impressed listening to him here on the interview.
Absolutely. Carl Bew, the quarterback of the future. Not the too much in the near future. Hopefully we'll get Sam back closer to sooner rather than later. But It's nice to know we got Carl there sitting in the wings ready to take things over if he has to. St. Francis bumps up to 5-2, 1-2 in the Midwest. Judson falls to 0-6, 0-3 under brand new head coach Quinton Demps in that very young program, which is up and coming, that's for sure. Next broadcast, the Saints football will be next week on the road to Davenport. 1 o'clock kickoff against the Bees of St. Ambrose. Next home game will be a 1 o'clock kickoff on the Saturday before Halloween, October 28th, to take on Olivet Nazarene. Your final here this afternoon, 56-26 over the Judson Eagles. For Brendan and Jessica and our entire crew out here, Ed and Sam and Derek and Gabe and Rand, all putting up with the elements today. Your hard work is not unnoticed and very much appreciated, guys. Thank you very much. Again, your final 56-26. Have a great rest of your afternoon. Go Saints.